All right, live, live. Get it, guys. One more preseason. Everybody in the chat. 9 people watching right now. Got my Mets hat on. The Mets in a big playoff race. Got that on, but we will be focusing on the Bills game. We got a huge Bills game today. There's a couple guys on this team that are playing tonight that are fighting for their lives, fighting for their jobs, fighting for if not to make the Bills roster, to make another 53-man roster. Sports Dom, how's it going? Go Bills. It's your boy Dog. Big return. Again, if you guys want to watch along with this, it is only like a local stream. So if you guys are not in the Buffalo area, I don't know where this one is. I think it's on like the new ESPN app too. Um, but I'm watching this one on local TV because I am in the local area. Sawyer says, "Did you watch college football today?" Oh boy, did I watch college football today? Yeah, Iowa State coming up big with a big time win in Dublin, Ireland. Idaho State almost beat UNLV. Yeah, close game there. I didn't catch the end of that one, but you're saying Idaho State lost. I'll hear you out on that one. Go Starling Marte, bunt genius. Let me know in the chat if the audio is good, if the lighting's good. Let me know how the setup is. Again, this is our last stream before real game. Super excited. Still going, but it's basically over. Gotcha. Good showing for Idaho State, at least. And of course, we got Stanford and Hawaii on tonight as well, but we'll be dialed into this Bills game. At least the Bills don't play next week, so we can fully focus on week 1 of college football, which that slate is immaculate. An absolutely incredible slate of college football next week that we could all sit back, relax, and enjoy without having to stress about the Bills. Yeah, the FCS has gotten more and more competitive over the years. Of course, you have the Dakota teams, North and South, who are always in there. You have other teams in that area, Montana, that always do a good showing. Stream UB. We are debating it. There's a chance we stream the UB game. Probably not, though. I don't know if I'm going to be home during that. Or I don't know if it's going to be at my house or not. The Bills are a commercial break away. Commercial break away here from getting going on this game. Again, Tyler Bass making a big return. That'll be something to monitor. Again, Caden Davis was released after beating Josh Allen in improv. It looked like Allen kind of gave him the boot. So looks like Tyler Bass is back this week, and we'll have to see how Tyler Bass is able to bounce back from that groin/hamstring injury that he had. Course, the Bills kicking game is always super important because with Josh Allen, you should be able to get within field goal position almost every drive. And if Tyler Bass can routinely hit, 55 to 58-yard field goals, we're in really good shape this year. But if he comes out and he's missing kicks again, it's going to be a bad year. Zach Davidson punting tonight. Well, he better be catching some footballs because Zach Davidson's roster spot is all but secure. Um, But if he has another bad day, that might open up the window for one of these other backup tight ends like Dawes or Latu. Josh says we have Ray Davis to kick. Yeah, I mean Ray Davis in a pinch. I'm not. I'm not opposed to it. I think Ray Davis looked good on that extra point. I think he can certainly do kind of a passion job if need be. Don, how's it going? Yeah, safety is gonna be, where my eyes are at this game. The Bills' safeties have been absolute garbage so far this preseason. Cole Bishop and DeMar Hamlin leading the way on that. Taylor Rapp has been good in practice, but has also caused some fights and some skirmishes, which is not exactly ideal. Seems to be playing good against his own team. But we're getting ready to start with this Bills game here. They're just coming back from commercial break. Doing the coin flip. Looks like Milano and Josh are out there as the Bills captains. Yeah, no Taylor Rapp yet. I don't know if he's playing today. We'll find out quick. A lot of the time with these preseason games, they don't really release anything until we get going. We know obviously a lot of the ones are out on offense. On defense, same sort of thing. Brandon Bean said on the pregame show that Landon Jackson's going to get some good chances tonight. We're talking about Shane Buechele now, who hopefully we don't have to watch too much of tonight because watching him play football is not particularly fun. When's Harrison coming back? They said on the pregame show that there's not really an update with him. They said he's pretty excited to come back. He's kind of chomping at the bit to get at it, but there's no update with him. Same goes for Trey White. They didn't give an update on him either. So the secondary might be looking pretty rough for the first few weeks of the season. But we're ready to get underway here in Tampa Bay. They got the Cannons, Raymond James Stadium, always lighting it up. And the Bills are going to be kicking off, so we'll see that Bills defense out here first. The Bucks actually elected to receive, which is interesting. But Tyler Bass will make his first kick of the season. Again, with the new kickoff rules, these kickoffs are must-watch TV every single time. These kickers trying to fit it in the kickoff zone. Bass has really dialed it in over the years of hitting, right around the goal line with his kicks right before it. So this rule almost helps him out because he could kind of pinpoint it. So here we go. His first kickoff of the year. Gonna be fielded around the 4, returned all the way to the 27, 28, and that's where he will be down. So good coverage from the Bills on special teams. Special teams are gonna be heavily monitored today as Sean McDermott loves to keep guys on the 53 strictly for, special teams. Kyle Trask is gonna be the starting quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He had quite the college career. Remember him at Florida. 1st and 10 from the 28. Cole Bishop's out there, Dorian Williams, Joe Andreessen, a lot of the backups here. Trask, play fake. He's going to try to throw heavy pressure on him. He gets a throw off. It's a hanger, and it's going to be overthrown, incomplete. Dane Jackson on the coverage, but there is a flag. Sean Smith, the referee. Oh, it's going to be a defensive hold. Dorian Strong picks up the penalty, someone we haven't heard too much about. That's a bad one to take. You had pressure and the throw was inaccurate, but defensive holding takes it back, and it'll be another chance at first down. And 10 for the Bucks. It'll be a handoff up the middle, and that's some good coverage. Dorian Williams first on him, Sanders as well. Potentially a gain of 1. Ogunjobi also playing today. Got a hand on that tackle. Good to see Ogunjobi in there making plays. Of course, he'll be suspended the first 6 games of the season. How's it going, Victor? How's it going, Slade? New Hawaii Stadium looking nice. Yeah, Frank Reich coaching Stanford for 1 year. Oh, and a good throw there from Kyle Trask. They'll be tackled down at around midfield for Miller. That is Ryan Miller, not the former Sabres goaltender. AJ Epinesa, and yeah, and that shows you what they think of AJ Epinesa, right? Playing in this situation. So Cole Bishop, the one who was in coverage there, another bad look for him. 1st and 10 around midfield. Trask under center, single back. Gonna be a play fake, and it's gonna be a little screen. Joe Andreessen with the tackle, about a half-yard gain. So there we go. Finally, the Bills defense reads a screen correctly. This was just your classic play action screen setup. Joe Andreessen was all over that one, though. Didn't even have to make a tackle. Joe Andreessen needs a good game to make the team after a tough showing last week. Had a really nice game in week 1, though. 2nd and 9. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, and that one goes absolutely nowhere. Dorian Williams again on the tackle. Strong as well. Gonna be tough to point out these guys. Again, numbers are tough to see in football, and but the starters not. And anyone with long hair, I think, is Dorian Williams. Any bigger guy on the outside. Gonna take me a couple looks to see who's who, especially in week 3 of preseason when we get a lot of the backups in. But 3rd and 8, big opportunity for the Bills defense to get off the field. Trask 5 wide. Just get the snap off. No pressure and incomplete, thrown wide. Hardy on the coverage of Miller, and the ball from Trask was nowhere near. So Tampa will put it away. The Bills defense have a solid start to the game. We'll see who's starting at quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. I'm sure we'll get a good mix of the remaining 3 quarterbacks on the roster that aren't named Josh Allen. Defense needs to save face. Yeah, after last week, they gotta step it up a little bit. That's for sure. And it's gonna be a touchback, just barely. No Don. Again, Don will be doing some Sabres games. We'll let you know when. Yeah, can't believe the defense actually got a 3 and out there. Or not 3 and out, but off the field before a point. Again, a lot of these guys playing tonight are not going to be in for regular season games, so we don't have to really worry. The main goal of tonight is to stay healthy, to avoid any injuries. And so far, so good on that. Still very early. Again, that's why you'll see a lot of backups. In case anyone gets injured, you'd hope it's somebody who's not going to play a major role in the Bills' season. Not that we want to see anyone injured. And Tampa is doing a relatively similar thing tonight, not playing too many starters. And if they are, they will surely get pulled after the first half. I know a lot of people have been complaining about Josh Allen not not playing this preseason, but I think it's the smart move, especially with the lack of depth that the Bills have this year at like the wide receiver position, for example. It's all on Josh Allen. And if Josh were to get hurt in preseason, this team is not winning a single game till he comes back. So with that in mind, the Bills did the smart thing and held him out. Shane Buechele starting. Whew, it's time. It's time to have some fun then. And thank you guys for joining tonight. If you guys would be so kind to hit the like button and subscribe if you guys are new. We hit 3K subs in between last stream and this stream. So thank you guys for that. It means a lot. Nice to see that 3K next to our name. Again, it's a good start. Of course, we want to keep growing as the season goes on, but definitely nice to hit that milestone after a long off season. 3K is a nice number for sure. Let's see if the Bills offense can score any points as they failed to all of last game, and we sat here for hours wondering. Victor says, "I'm more worried about our defense than anything." Yeah, especially with all the injuries. I feel you there with the secondary. So Shane Buechele, first 10 from the 20. McCord Jr. in the backfield. The throw is going to be dropped by Terrell Shavers. It was a curl route, would have been about 5 to 6 yards. Not a good start for Shavers, who needs a big game to make the roster, and he drops one on the first play of scrimmage. The Bouchel lines up with Frank Gore Jr. in the backfield. Gonna toss it to him, and he is going nowhere. Gaines was on the stop. They blew it dead before he tackled them. That's probably going to be a loss of one. Bill's offense looks pretty disappointing so far. 3rd and 11 coming up for Bouchel in this Bills offense. Bouchel, Frank Gore Jr. next to him, takes the snap. Got plenty of time, and he almost finds KJ Hamler, but it was dropped. But there's a flag. Gonna be a hold on the defense. Be a 5-yard penalty and an auto first, so the Bills get lucky there. Have to take a replay of this one. It's gonna be a hold that was, on Vildor. Shavers was the receiver who drew it. So good job by Shavers there to draw the penalty and, wipe out the KJ Hamler drop. So 2 drop balls early on for the Bills. Somehow they got a first down out of it with a net gain of around 4 yards. Bouchel, 5 wide. Gonna be a wide receiver screen. That one to Elijah Moore, and he is blown up 2 yards in the backfield. The Bills still seem to struggle on screens on the offensive side of things. Again, stop the one they saw on the defensive side of things. Steve Tasker calling out Gore Jr. for not blocking on the play. I don't think it mattered, though. It looked like about 3 guys were on Elijah Moore by the time he caught the ball. 2nd and 12. Shell drops back to pass. He's got plenty of time. He spins out. He's still got plenty of time rolling out, and he makes the throw along the sideline. It's going to be caught and inbounds is Shavers for the first down. About a 13-yard gain. Tyrell Shavers. There it is. Whoa, donation in the chat. Josh, thank you for the donation. Says the Bills lost bad in preseason. Not worried. I'm right there with you again. They could lose this game 60-0. It doesn't matter. We're right back at it week 1 with a completely different set of players, but it is fun to support the guys rocking the Bills blue. Thank you for the donation. Gabe Davis, he was brought in, did not sign. Bouchel stumbles on first down, but he is able to get the ball off to Frank Gore Jr., who stumbles up the middle for about 2 yards on first. Yeah, so Gabe Davis, they brought him in, just a meeting. Guess they didn't sign him. Had some good conversations, in the words of Sean McDermott, and that was about it. So it's one of 2 things, right? Either Gabe Davis is just not the player he once was, and teams are seeing it right away in his workouts, or Gabe Davis is basically saying, "Hey, I'm not looking to get cut. I only want to sign with you if I'm going to play." If not, I'll just wait till the middle of the season when a team needs a receiver, and I'll be there. Uh, 2nd and 8, fakes the handoff over the middle, almost picked off, but there is a flag. I think Davidson drew pass interference there as Davidson kind of threw his hands up after the play, saw the flag, and shook his head, and that is going to be the penalty. So it'll be an automatic first down. That's going to be on Shiloh Sanders. Coach Prime coaching up his boy. Nice there. Yeah, and he hooked Davidson around the hip there. Still a bad ball. Should not have been, wouldn't have been caught either way. So bad play by Shiloh. So Zach Davidson might actually punt, like Jaden was saying earlier, as they're saying Brad Robbins is sick today, so might not be active. 1st and 10. A nice little wide receiver screen to Elijah Moore, and this time he gets free to spin move, and it's going to be around a 9-yard gain. So finally, Elijah Moore gets involved in the offense in this preseason. Again, we've heard all about him in practice and training camp, but haven't seen too much to ponder in the preseason until now. There's a big opportunity for him playing against backups, kind of getting his feet wet in this offense. Not with a quarterback that he's going to see in the regular season. At least we hope Shane Buechele is not our quarterback in the regular season. 2nd and 1, around midfield. Buechele fakes the handoff. He's got a little bit of time. It's going to be a screen to Frank Gordon. He makes one miss. He makes two miss. Down to the 30, all the way to the 25, and that's where he'll be tackled. Frank Gordon Jr., a nice play. And the Bills pick up another first down. A great job by Gore Jr. there on the screen. All he had to do was shake one guy, and he was able to do that. How rusty will the starters be? I think a little bit. I think we'll see some ring rust in the first quarter, but they'll dial it in. It'll be a handoff on first down, a gain of around 4. Yeah, no Elijah in the chat. Somebody find out where Elijah is. Ask him about Pepsi. We want Elijah in the chat. 2nd and 6 for the Bills. They are in field goal range though, so I think we'll see some points. There's an interesting combo. Somebody in a Bills jersey and a Calgary Flames hat in the crowd. There's going to be a touchdown screen to Hollis, and he is going to barrel forward for a first down. This Bills offense is rumbling. Have the Ravens been playing their starters? Yes, the Ravens have a little bit more. Yeah, Sawyer. That's what we need more of that in the chat. 1st and 10 from the 13. Or Junior up the middle. Shout out Jeff McNeil, 3-run tank. Put the Mets ahead. Good. 2nd and 6 for the Bills offense. Like Gore, hope no one picks him off the practice squad. Yeah. Gonna be the tough decision whether to keep him on the 53 and let him test that. There's going to be a throw to KJ Hamler. If you can make a couple guys miss, he's in. He dives for the pylon, and he calls a touchdown. KJ Hamler, his second touchdown of the preseason, puts the Bills ahead 6-0. A nice rollout there. Hamler caught the ball around the 10, got to the sidelines, and we're going to have to review that. It looks like his knee might have been down. Let's see on the replay. He dives down. The knee is certainly down before he extends the ball fully. And now instant replay review has said he's down at the 1, so no touchdown for Hamler. 3-0 Stanford. Yep, Mets hitting the ball good tonight. Yankees are certainly struggling, but so are the Mets. First and goal from the 1. Bouchel lines up under center. Hands it off to Frank Gore Jr. He barrels forward, and he is in. Touchdown, Buffalo. One play after the Hamler play was called back. Frank Gore Jr. gets a touchdown. Again, had one taken away in that first week, short by about an inch. Gets one here in week 3. His first of the preseason. And now Tyler Bass. Oh, and they said Brad Robbins is out there to hold the Tyler Bass kick, so it looks like he will be playing tonight. Here we go. Tyler Bass, his first kick of the preseason. Snap, hold, kick. Oh, and it just curves in. It looked like it was headed wide to left for a little bit, but curved back in. And the Bills go up 7-0. A good start, a much better start than last week for the Bills backups. Certainly a better start than last week for this Bills team. See if Shane Bouchel stays in for the entire game or not, but that's a promising look. Didn't look good in the start of the drive, but got bailed out with some penalty calls, and the Bills were able to make the Bucks pay. So did the band run on the field? Yeah, yeah. Slade McNeil, absolute tank. You'll love to see it. These commercials are always funny to watch on the local TV. Just some random homemade commercials. It's actually an interesting preseason game. This doesn't happen a lot with the Bills, but the Bucks, they actually have to play in the regular season at November 16th at home, 1 o'clock Sunday game. So if you're expecting either of these teams to show anything, it will not be. Yeah, Cal, one of my favorite college football teams because of the name. Other than that, no real reason. Yeah, an iconic moment. Iconic moment in college football history, so you'll have to look it up, the old band running on the field. So they come back, they got a Joe Brady little press conference on. Again, this will be our last stream until week 1 of, the regular season. I don't know, we might be doing the opening game between the Cowboys and the Eagles. I don't know for sure yet, but we will certainly be live for week 1 Sunday Night Football between the Ravens and the Bills. College football has been a blast day. Fastest kickoff fielded around the 10. And there's a good return up the sideline, still in bounds and tackled right around midfield. Shavers was the guy to finally get him, but a good return for the Bucks. And they'll have a short field to work with on this drive. And if you guys are new here, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Helps us out a ton. We just hit 3K. Next goal is, I guess, 3,100. I guess we'll go in hundreds. I don't want to make a goal of 4K and be smacking the table for it forever. So short goals. First and 10 around midfield. Trask still in at quarterback. Man in motion. Gonna be a handoff up the middle. Good stop there. I think that's the big boy, Dwayne Carter. Or not Carter. Deion Walker. Dwayne Carter is might not make the team this year. Talking about him earlier on with some people. Dwayne Carter potentially not making the team, but Deion Walker is the big guy out of Kentucky they just drafted. He was the guy to make the tackle. Again, both D tackles from this draft class, Sanders and Walker today. 2nd and 10, Trask. Gonna throw it. It's gonna be a tight end screen or wide receiver screen. A great tackle from Dorian Williams, shoestring tackle. Could have been an easy first down. Instead, only a gain of 4. 10-0 Stanford. Stanford looking good early on. 3rd and 6. Bills showing pressure. They bring one extra guy and then drop off. Gonna be a completion and an easy first down. Hardy on the coverage. Jamarcus Ingram had to come over and help make the tackle. Johnson on the completion. First down, Bucks. We got around 3:30 to go in the first. Tuesday is cut day. You'll see some shorts or a video from us. Bill's hype video coming out soon as well. Trask getting sacked on first down. Walker's going to get the credit there, and he is having a monster preseason. Epinesa also there to help bring down Trask. 2nd and 13, a loss of 3 on the sack. Trask most likely be throwing it here, and he is. Going to be a wide out throw, and Joe Andreessen makes a shoestring tackle, gain of around 3. 3rd and long coming up for the Bucks. Let's go Bucks. 3rd and 10. We approach 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Trask looks, it's going to be a quick throw out wide. Oh, behind him. Cole Bishop on the pressure. Incomplete, and we will have a 4th and 10. We'll see what the Bucks decide to do here. Kind of in no man's land, but it's almost too long to go for it. I think they're bringing the punt team on. This will be something to watch. Who is returning the punt for the Bills? Still a spot up for grabs, I guess. Kick returner, punt returner. We don't know exactly who's won that job just yet. Codrington is going to be the returner. The kick goes all the way to the 1. They're bouncing for it, and oh, it might have slid in for a touchback. And they say it is a touchback. So the Bucks fumble that opportunity. It was batted down at around the 1 yard line, and then the guy coming in to cover it slid in the end zone with the ball. So they'll probably review that as we go to commercial, but I think it is a touchback. Yeah, Codrington definitely winning that battle right now. Clay Holmes doing Clay Holmes things. And thank you guys for joining, Ed. I know it's not a very marquee matchup here in the preseason week 3, but that's on the screen here. We got 3,008 subs, so that's already up quite a few from when we started. Thank you for that. And 11 likes. Good stuff early on in this stream. Thank you guys for tuning in. As we are at commercial break, the Bills will start at the 20 for their second drive of the game. First one started off rough, but they were able to put it together and use those defensive flags in their advantage to get a Frank Gore Jr. touchdown. The only points of the game so far. Yeah, Alonso's been so much better in the field this year than in years prior. Hey, Starling Martis. Oh, welcome back to the field. What a play that was. Are they going to challenge it? No. Oh, yeah. Wow. What a play. Every Bills and Sabres game. Yep, we got it all in the calendar. Don will be doing some of the Sabres games. Well, yeah, we got it all sorted out. I'll be doing every Bills game and some Sabres games. Don will be doing some Sabres games, and between the two of us, we're going to stream every Sabres game, no matter what happens. Again, if me and Don start getting a little bit behind with schoolwork, again, both still in school, we're gonna have to maybe cancel that or not put as much effort into it. But first play, it's gonna be a wide out throw by Young, the new running back addition. Gonna be about a 7 to 8 yard completion, so good play there. I mean, this is the year the Sabres make the playoffs, right? So gotta do it. Surely, if we put all this effort into stream, they'll make the playoffs, right? Probably not, but we'll see. 2nd and 2, a minute 15 to go in the first. Shell single back. It's going to be a handoff, and that one goes absolutely nowhere. Young on the carry. Van Denmark a little slow to get up, and Van Denmark had the back-to-back false start penalties last week. Having a little bit better start to this game. 3rd and 3. You would think these Bills backups are going to be playing with a little bit more fire than they were last week after that absolute shelling on national TV. And then, of course, Hard Knocks only added to the pressure. And the Bills' offense in complete disarray. The Bills are going to have to waste a timeout. Yeah, seems like it, Josh, right? For the longest time, the Sabres were good, and that was the Bills' drought, and then they flip-flopped. Yeah, Victor. Victor, who you got on the back of that jersey? I'll be right back for this commercial break here. It is a timeout break, also near the end of the first. We are back. Still in commercial. Yep. Every game, every stream. The streams will be more frequent than the games. So far, a very solid first quarter for the Bills. Nothing to really highlight. No crazy long play or anything, but just methodical driving. Some bend but don't break defense. Talking about the Ravens, now the opener again, their notable additions, DeAndre Hopkins, Jair Alexander, drafted Malachi Starks out of Georgia. Jaden is edited again. I think Jaden on the stream is near impossible. But at any time, Jaden can put himself on stream, so it's not up to me. He can do it. Bouchel throws it on 3rd and 4. They say it's complete to Elijah Moore. It looks about a yard short of the first as we wind out the first quarter. Your jerseys are custom made. Shows a number and no name. The only one you've ever had is Patrick and Michael. Ton of Whalers jerseys when you lived in Connecticut. That's sick. Going to be the end of the first quarter. Oh, and now they said it's incomplete, but will not be the end of the first quarter after replay assistance. So the Bills left to punt. See if it's Brad Robbins or Zach Davidson. Secretly hoping for Zach Davidson. We'll head back to commercial. It looks like they are gonna. Oh, maybe not. Pump faking us out here. Yeah, Ron Francis, you got to have it if you got a Whalers shirt. So 26 seconds now in the first quarter. Zach Davidson will be punting. Here we go. He did punt in college at Central Missouri. An absolute bomb down to the 10-yard line. The return is going to be brought all the way up to the 35, but holy moly, Zach Davidson. Is that going to be the Bills punter? I mean, I waste a roster spot on a punter when your backup tight end can boot it. Eh? That was nuked. Oh, man. Sawyer, that's a dangerous question you're asking. First in time with 14 seconds to go in the first. We have play fake wide open, out wide. Baudet, oh, he's still up on the sideline around midfield. That'll be Johnson, and that'll be a first down. And now it'll be the end of the first quarter. End of the first. 7-0 Bills, but the Bucks are driving. Assuming Bouchel will stay in for the first half. We'll see if he does the whole game. If so, it looks like they've decided who's going to be the backup quarterback. Roster cuts Tuesday. Sure, we'll see a lot of surprising cuts around the league. The roster cut deadline has almost become like the trade deadline, where you see 1 to 2 guys on each team that end up going to another team right away. Yeah, I mean, Zach Davidson, he wasn't going to make it already. Maybe that punt helps his stock out a little bit. There we go. If we get $100 donated, combined donations tonight, Jaden will hop on stream. So far, thanks to Josh, we're at two. So only $98 left to get Jaden on stream. Sawyer very reasonably declines the offer. So you're showing off that membership. Now's a good time as we are still in commercial break to shout out the members in here. Again, if you're a member, you get special emotes, early access to videos and streams. That'll be a big one this year as we are going to upload quite a bit. So this is certainly a good year to become a member. If you are not, again, cancel anytime. We got some super cheap options. So you're a member for 9 months. Thank you so much. Oh, first and 10, right at midfield, handoff. Going to go around 2 to 3 yards. Yeah, 9 months is crazy. Been a long time. We are approaching the Saber season, where we get a lot different chat than the Bills, a lot more negativity, which is bound to happen when the Sabres are playing hockey. Second and 7 for Trask and the Bucks. Gonna be a nice tackle by Joe Andreessen. Johnson completed that one for about 3 to 4. Yeah, I think Don got the uh there you go, new member for Pink Pony Club. No more Cole Bishop out there. They said 3rd and 4. Bills bring a little bit of pressure, throw over the middle, and it's an open receiver caught at around the 33. That one's Palmer, not Josh Palmer, of course. The Tampa Bay Palmer. 13-yard gain. Dane Jackson on the coverage. Dane Jackson could potentially be your cornerback number 3 to start the year. Not a great sign. First and 10, 5 wide. Play clock is winding down. One. They just get the snap off. Bills bring an extra guy. Hoyt misses the sack. And now Trask is going to escape and gain around 3 yards for being tackled by Dorian Williams. Yeah, but I've been playing soccer around like every day now. Might have to join a team. Chelsea, 5-1 win over West Ham. Man City lost today. We had a lot of good soccer this weekend. Some more tomorrow, but of course, college football ruled the day. Second and 6, Trask over the middle, and it's incomplete. A nice play there from Dane Jackson. Speaking of Dane Jackson, and he makes a good play. Looked like it was going to be complete. We look at this replay. The second, Jackson, yeah, Jackson on Jackson crime here, but it looked like it was going to be a catch, and then Dane Jackson harped himself over the other Jackson's back, was able to draw that ball loose. 3rd and 6 now for the Bucks. Oh, and the Bills show some pressure. They're bringing the house. And there is a flag out. It was a free play. Looks like they called it offsides, but it's going to be a first down and some extra yardage as well as Johnson catches that one. Dane Jackson was the cornerback. There you go. 4K skid will be a soccer penalty shootout between all of us here. First and 10 from the 16. Trask, oh, almost loses the ball, but he hands it off up the middle and he stumbles back. Tackled around the 20, a loss of 4. That's Walker having a monster day so far, trying to show why he should be in the starting rotation of this defensive line. No question he's going to make the team. Blows up that offensive line after the bobbled snap. And if you guys are new in here, hit the like button. It helps out a lot. And subscribe if you are new. 3,008 subs right now. Second and 14, going to be a wide receiver screen. That one looks to be covered well, and it is. The Bills missed 3 tackles, though. And it's going to end up being a 2-yard gain instead of a 1-yard loss. Robert Babich, our defensive coordinator, talking about. Again, Dane Jackson and Hardy were the 2 that missed the tackles. We're in the right spot, but weren't able to get the job done. So it's going to be a 3rd and 11 from the 17. Trask, a low snap again. He's able to catch that one. He's going end zone, wide open. Oh, but a great play. That's going to be incomplete. Hits Johnson's hands, and Herndon comes over and strips the ball right out. The great play by Herndon, which would have all but certainly been a first and goal from about the 1 or a touchdown, turns into an incompletion. And now the Bucs will have to kick a field goal on 4th and 11. Field goal kick is up and good by McLaughlin, who had a game winner last week. That was a 35-yarder. And the scoreboard operator puts the field goal on the wrong team, and it says it's 10-0 Buffalo. Here at BSC, we know what we're doing, and we put it to 7-3. Back to commercial break. The Mets are having their classic 4th inning breakdown. Now at 12 likes. Thank you, guys. The last preseason game of the season for the Buffalo Bills. Roster cuts Tuesday, and then we will be right into regular season action again next week. We'll have the hype video out. The week after that, we'll have our week 1 picks out. We'll have our week 1 preview video out, and we will be in the full swing of things, of course, streaming that game as well Sunday night. Got the Little League World Series finale on tomorrow, Nevada versus Chinese Taipei. Been one of the best Little League World Series I've watched in quite some time. All the way around, just some great games, some great comeback wins. I I don't think it's been the most talented group of kids they've had. Certainly less phenoms to watch this year. No one's really stood out. Um, that you could instantly say, "Oh, got to follow that kid where he goes to college." But there has been a lot of competitive games, and that's almost better. They had a poll, which is what player are you rooting for to make the team? Tyrell Shavers won it at 44%. Frank Gore Jr. got 37%. Jimmy Charlo got 18%. And Zach Davidson, only 1%. That might change after that punt, though. They'll have the kickoff now, and the Bills will get a chance to get themselves in good field position. Kickoff's going to be fielded at the 4. Codrington on the return. Gets across the 30 and all the way up to the 35. So solid return from Codrington. Fantasy draft is tomorrow for BSC. And Victor with the donation, $3. Thank you, Victor. Appreciate it. That brings us $95 away from Jaden being on stream. Thank you, though, in all seriousness, Victor, for the donation. Thank you guys so much for the support. Sawyer got ranked in college football finally. There you go. All right, 1st and 10 from the 35. Bouchel didn't have the screen. He's just going to run it up the middle for a gain of around 1. Kind of a dead play. $9:37 and counting in the second quarter. 2nd and 9 for the Bills. Shell. He's going to make a confident throw. KJ Hamler catches it at the 40, and he's still running the 35 all the way down to the 32-yard line. KJ Hamler making a name for himself today so far. 2 nice catches and a drop that we're going to not talk about. Hamler just finds the weak spot in the zone at around midfield along the sidelines and was able to get a good gain after the catch along the sidelines. Give the Bills a 1st down. Of course, KJ Hamler, the Penn State graduate. Going to be a toss to Young, and he's down at around the 29. Nice gain from Elijah Young, who's brand new to the Bills. Probably be the only game action he sees this year in the red, white, and blue. Never know. Yeah, Chris Drury in the Little League World Series, and Todd Frazier, a former Mets player, is also in it. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of unique names that have played in it. If you look it up, it's not only baseball players. A lot of athletes have. Bouchel play fake, has to evade a pass rush, has to evade another one. It's fumbled. Ball's loose, and the Bucs recover it. Again, they will review this to see if his arm was moving forward, but it looked like a fumble from the field. Oh, and a penalty, defense holding, and the fumble is not going to matter whether it was a fumble or not. The Bills offense, again, get a lucky break. Some costly penalties for the Bucs. Not a whole lot of them, but every one of them seems to be costly. Again, it was Shavers who drew the penalty. Definitely a hold there. Yeah. Oh, just hand out the jersey the whole route. Sawyer's going to have to get a new QB. A penalty on Hall. They got Vince Carter in the booth now. Again, one of the minority owners of the Bills now with the Bills shirt on. Vince Carter, the legendary NBA player, Toronto Raptors, elbow in the rim, Duncan. Hand off to Young. That one goes for about one. So it'll be a 2nd and 9. Carter saying he grew up a Bucks fan. Vince Carter saying his whole family is Bills fans now after him being involved with the sale, I guess you'd say, of the team a little bit. Bouchel, wide receiver screen to Elijah Moore. That one's going to get around 2 yards. Not the greatest. And we're going to have a 3rd and long upcoming. Victor met him when they had the parade where you lived in Connecticut. He was only 11 at the time. That's crazy to think back of, right? As the refs are meeting here, I don't know if they called a flag or not. There's no graphic up. Crazy who you could meet at random times in your life. You ever think about that? Like the amount of future celebrities you probably like had interactions with or walked by or driven by on the throughway that you just don't know. So many people out there, you never know who you're driving next to or walking next to. Vince Carter's talking about Tracy McGrady calling him about the idea. Interesting analysis here. Backstory. The refs are still talking, so something's going on. Vince Carter's saying it was a great connection after the initial meetings in Orlando. It's whatever penalty they called. It's a first down. The Bills have it at the 12-yard line. So again, the broadcast didn't show, but first down must have been a defensive penalty. And now a fade route to Shavers and a one-handed catch, and they rule it incomplete along the sidelines. Oh, take a look at the replay here. Shavers all over him, and looks like a touchdown to me. You might have to review it. Shavers a little hand fighting there. You could argue offensive pass interference. Like he, let's see. One hand, 1, 2, had control of the ball. I think you got to throw the challenge flag here. And there you go. Replay assist. You don't even need the challenge. Tyrell Shavers. A massive touchdown for him. One-handed catch. And that's going to go a long way in helping him make the team this year. A good ball from Shane Buechele. I thought it was a little poorly thrown in the beginning, but Shavers had a stiff arm on the cornerback the whole way and was able to bring it down as he's mobbed by teammates as he runs to the sidelines. And Tyler Bass is trotting on the field to kick the extra point. The Bills' offense 2 for 3 tonight. Touchdowns. Bass lining up the kick. Robbins in there to hold, but not to punt. Apparently, he's healthy enough to hold, but too sick to punt. Snap, hold, kick, and that one is up and good. 14-3 with 6:30 to go in the second quarter as we head to commercial break. But what a catch from Shavers. That's what we want to see. That is exactly what we want to see from Shavers this year, and that's what he had to do to make the team. Sawyer saw Tage snowboarding one time, but not 100% sure. Mac talking. What a catch. Yeah, Chris Drury wanted to play MLB. Yeah. It's crazy to think about all a lot of the athletes too that are multi-sport guys coming up through high school that never thought they'd be in whatever league they were in, always wanted to be in a different one. And I mean, you look at LeBron, who played high school football coming up, wanted to play football, and really went for basketball. Nice to see Bass back on the field, 100%. Good to see he's healthy and looking good. No real opportunities for him yet besides extra points. And Shiloh Sanders has been ejected from the game. Oh boy. Oh boy. So Shiloh must have said something to the ref after that change of ruling. Shiloh is, I don't know, quite the character. And has always had an enormous amount of pressure on him throughout college, of course, with Dion being his father and Shador being the more highlighted brother. Oh, okay, okay. Shiloh is the one smacking. Okay, I missed that one. Punch Zach Davidson. Okay. Uh, must have been watching the Mets game as they're doing that. That was the earlier penalty. Okay, gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Now it makes sense. Rough day for the Sanders today. Shador Sanders, apparently third on the QB depth chart as Dylan Gabriel had a nice game for the Browns and played second. I was like Taylor Rapp if he wasn't good at football. Definitely say that. Tackles with his head, doesn't think with it. That's the Taylor Rapp effect. All right, kickoff fielded at around the 7. Oh boy, Latu got shaken out of his shoes, and that is going to be a long return, finally brought down at around midfield out of bounds. Thirteen people in here. Again, if you guys are new, be sure to hit the like button. It helps us out a ton. Streaming every Bills game, every Sabres game this year. It's going to be a long, fun season. First and 10, it looks like from the 49, so right around midfield for the Bucks. Another good starting field position. First play of the drive is going to be a handoff up the middle. Oh, gets free. Maybe a gain of around 7. Deals. Anyone got a stream to watch in Europe? Not sure about Europe again. This game not on national TV, unfortunately, just local broadcast. But I know the new ESPN app is streaming this game as well. I don't know if you'll be able to watch that in Europe or not. Second and 2. A handoff up the middle, and that one, that's going to be a loss. Good job by the Bills defense. Jimmy Charlo in on the tackle. Jimmy Charlo, someone to watch. Probably a practice squad guy this year. And let's try to get to 3,010 subs tonight. We're only 2 away from that. That'll be the goal for tonight. Niels, yeah, I don't know then. They It is funny though. I saw somebody comparing NFL in America, the Premier League, how it's so easy to watch overseas, but in the country it's actually played, it's so expensive, and vice versa. Third and 4, Trask looking for somebody open, and he finds a guy. Gonna be tackled 2 yards over the first down. Be Johnson on the catch. It'll be a first down for the Bucks. So showing the booth again, talking to Vince Carter as we wait for this next play. 4:30 to go in the first half. First and 10. Oh, nice play fake there and a nice throw. Johnson catches it, and it's going to be a gain of around 9.5 yards. I think he's a little bit short of the first down mark. Yeah, third down defense continues to haunt the Bills. Forrest out there in coverage. That was a tough play, though. Of course, that play fake, everyone bites on the run. Then you got the two flat routes. There you go. Smooth Gaming put the Discord in the chat. Trying to get that Discord a little more active too this season. So join if you guys haven't. So on the 2nd-and-1 play, it's going to be a handoff around 4 yards. It'll be a first down. It's all about money. The NFL and Premier League know they could charge arm and a leg. Yep. First and 10, handoff. Nice play by the running back there, and he squeaks free for a first down. Joe Andreessen trying to punch that ball out. Failed to do so. Williams on the carry. So Vince Carter very happy that James Cook was re-signed. That he was talking to Tracy McGrady about that earlier in the week. Cool to see the former Raptors players involved. First and 10. Another handoff up the middle. Wide open lane for Williams. He's going to get around 8. Henderson gets the tackle. Yeah, no NFL Network tonight for this game, unfortunately. Going to be the 2-minute warning. Two-minute warning. I will be right back. We're back. Still at commercial break. Two-minute warning. We'll see if the Bills defense can at least hold this Bucs offense to a field goal. A commercial for a bunch of local companies. Let me know in the chat who is somebody you do not want to make the team. Is it DeMar Hamlin? Is it Cole Bishop? The one of the receivers, running back? Maybe you don't want Ty Johnson to make the team because you want Frank Gore to make the team. Let me know in the chat who's somebody you do not want to make this team. Don joining for halftime. Okay. Second and 1 at the 2-minute warning. Trask hands it off. It's going to go out wide. Oh, and a great tackle there by Dane Jackson. Williams slipped a little bit. I think if he didn't slip, Dane Jackson's would have been fried. But the slip certainly allowed Dane Jackson to make the arm tackle. Somebody called a timeout. Clock is stopped with 1:53. Probably the Bills. Victor wants to bring in another cornerback. Yeah, I would agree with that. Josh wants Cole Bishop gone. Yeah, I get that. He's like pretty bad. Still young, but does not look great. Now a 3rd and 2, as it was the Bills who called a timeout there. Trask hands it off up the middle. There's some space. It's going to be a first down, but not a touchdown. A 1st and goal coming up for the Bucks. And another timeout by the Bills. Rasul Douglas is still unsigned, I believe. So it just definitely fizzled out in the NFL last year. You could tell he was no longer the player he once was. And it's apparent to every team in the league, I guess, because nobody has signed him. Somebody who could definitely sign in the middle of the season if a team is in need. You could kind of compare him to Gabe Davis in a way where just kind of waiting for the right spot, right time. There's a 1st and goal play, and it's going to be a run up the middle. And they're going to spot him short at around the inch-yard line. As that play was run under mid-commercial. Season football. The Bills are not going to call a timeout after that play, which is interesting. I don't know why you waste 2 timeouts, then you don't call one there, but I guess they're hoping they stop him on 2nd and goal and then get to use the timeout. You got to assume they're going to score a touchdown, but you never know. Trask under center, single back formation. Going to be a fade route and caught. Johnson, Cuz Johnson, who's been having a monster game, and whoa, a little acrobats in the end zone. Somersault into a backflip. 14-9, 14-10, pending the extra point. Showing the highlight there. Yep. Nice backflip. Held the pose too. It's tough to do, especially with a helmet and pads on. And the scoreboard operator already put the extra point on. Now they took it off, and now they'll put it back on because the extra point is good. 14-10 with 58 seconds to go in the first half. We'll see if the Bills make an attempt to go get some points or if they just knee it down when they get the ball back after this commercial break. No matter what they do on this drive, it was a solid first half for the Bills. Definitely an improvement from last year. Cartwheel and backflip was more impressive than the touchdown. Yeah, for sure. He's been getting a lot of good receptions all game though, so he definitely deserved that celebration. I know there's a good group of people out there who are complaining that he didn't just walk the ball over and hand it to the ref and walk back on the sidelines. But it is preseason, but still fun to watch the flips. Try to get to 15 likes by the third quarter. Right now we're at 14 likes, so just one more before the third quarter. We have all of halftime to get one more like. I know we can do it. If you guys are in here and haven't liked, just hit that like button. Helps out a bunch. Be interesting to see. I mean, you would think it's preseason. Might as well try a 2-minute offense drill here with 58 seconds to go. The field goal would help too. It would make it a 7-point game. Yeah, Barry Sanders always just hand the ball back to the ref. He was a true professional guy who was very used to scoring touchdowns too. A lot of the times, the big celebrations come from the guys who don't get to celebrate too often. Double likes, get that total up. Yeah. All right. All you gotta do is like it once. Appreciate you guys for hitting that like button. Bucks are getting ready to kick this one off. Kickoff. Be right around the goal line. It's gonna be brought out by Codrington. He isn't able to find a seam, and he will be stopped at around the 32. So that'll leave 51 seconds for the Bills' offense. Shane Buechele and company. Yeah, I don't have my phone on me, but it does sound like Don will be doing your halftime show for you guys. I got to go run and do something at halftime, but I'll be back for the third quarter. But Don will be doing the halftime show, so start thinking of some questions you guys want to ask him about the state of the team, maybe some position battles, and hold those questions until he gets on. Buechele, and he is sacked in the backfield. That's going to be a loss of around 10. And how the Buccaneers call a timeout, so that's not what you want. Yeah, the Bills do get the ball to start the second half because the Buccaneers elected to receive. Now the Bills are in a tough spot because you got to run 2 more plays here, and even if you decide to knee it or do a run play, the Bucs are just going to call their timeouts and they're going to try to get the ball back. So if I'm the Bills here, I'm scheming up a longer throw, catch them off guard. They're not going to expect a bomb here. They're going to be expecting just maybe get half of it or a quarter of it back. I would go deep, kind of like they did in week 1 at the end of the half to Tyrell Shavers. I would do something similar like that. The issue is you have your 6th and 7th string receivers out here at this point. Buechele's going to run up the middle, and he finds a little bit of space. He goes out to the sidelines, and he's brought down inbounds. That'll force the Bucs to call another timeout, and it's going to be like a 3rd and 12. So a solid gain on 2nd and long. Todd Bowles on the sideline, coaching up the Bucs. Been there for quite a while to play. Way to cancel out the sack. Frank Gore Jr. back in the game in the backfield. Hamler out there as well. And Buechele's rolling out, and his throw is caught along the sidelines and out of bounds. Like Jaden got It's Your Boy Dog in here as well. Welcome, It's Your Boy Dog. So 1st and 10 for the Bills around the 45. Bouchel scrambles. He's free. It's going to be a gain of, almost took it all the way, but got tackled on his shoes there. And the Bills don't have a timeout, so they got to hurry. You got to spike it. This offense wasting quite a bit of time. Down to 15 seconds, and whistle's been blown. And the Bucs were in disarray, so they call timeout, I guess. Clock stops either way, 14 seconds. The downs don't really matter. 1st and 10, you got 14 seconds, so it's the same as a spike. "14 seconds." Yeah, Todd Bowles, and it was more of a Jets problem than a Todd Bowles problem, but I don't think Todd Bowles did that team any favors either. Coaches and players go to die. Yep. Bouchel. There's a quick throw. That's going to be a 1st down, but they got to hurry here. 9 seconds, 8 seconds. It was Kane on the catch. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. They got it down it. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and they get the spike up, I think, with 1 second to go. It looked like there was around 0.5 seconds to go on the clock. And they're putting a second pack on. The Buccaneers apparently started running towards the locker room, but there's a second to go. Tyler Bass is going to get a chance to kick this one. Very close. Don't know if they're going to review it. Okay, now let's see. We got the replay on here. One, and there was definitely 1 second left. So yeah, 1 second to go. Tyler Bass will try a field goal. Not a very long one, but a little bit longer than an extra point. 37-yard attempt. Snap, hold, kick is up, and that is right down the middle. That'll end the first half 17-10 Bills. Much better than last week. I will be back for the 3rd quarter. Till then, enjoy the halftime show and gear up your questions.
Folks, if you can hear me, hello. All right, here we go. I'm on. It's halftime here between the Buffalo Bills and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The score right now is 17-10 in favor of the Bills. This is the first time they've... No, actually, that's a lie. Where the Bills have actually led in a preseason game. And even in that first preseason match, the Bills were not leading for a long time. Either of the 2 times they did take the lead. Sawyer, what's going on? Victor, hello, hello. Everyone in chat, I send my kind regards. Hello, everyone. My internet, me and my brother, who I am living with here at this apartment in Kentucky, we have learned some troubling new information, specifically about the internet. We have learned that the room that I'm in currently just has really, really bad connection, which is why maybe sometimes I'll be going in and out. This doesn't extend to the other rooms in this apartment. Of course, it is just this room, which is great. So if I keep cutting in and out, my feed, my video does that. That's why. Sawyer, thanks for the question. How's law school? We just started up this week. It's been good. It's been very good. I've been getting settled in, trying to establish a routine. 15 weeks of these classes, so it's best to, do all that stuff. I'm taking 5 classes right now. Should have done some homework today. Did not. But we'll throw it all on to tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow morning before I record the podcast with Cal. But things have been going good down here. Very good. It's actually not been too hot. I've been getting out into the sun, trying to relax with the summer weather that we have down here in Kentucky. So that's been interesting. I know this isn't really me talking about the Bills game, but Sawyer asked the question that leads to a whole big spiel because of it. Folks, do you think I should put something like a piece of decoration? You see that little empty space on the counter here? I have a bunch of vinyl records below it. Maybe I would get like one of those little record stands so I can move a vinyl record, use it as background decoration. Thoughts, chat? Any upcoming guests on the podcast? Well, Sawyer, there may be one next week. I'll just say that. We may have one on for next week's podcast to help us talk through some of the storylines right now in the right before the NFL season starts. I don't know exactly. That's more of a question for Cal. But yeah, we should hopefully, if everything goes according to plan, no guests for this week's episode, but for next week, yeah. Yep. Where am I taking classes? I am in Louisville, Kentucky. Go Cards. I'm about a mile off campus right now. But that's where I'm currently taking classes. Louisville. Yeah, it's about an 8-hour drive from Buffalo, so kind of a far ways away. I don't get everything on cable like I used to back at the Buffalo house, but that's okay. Chaperone album? Ooh. See, I'm not a big Chaperone guy. I know I told everyone that Cat would sing Pink Pony Club, and that is me in that chat. Danold 20, that's me. But what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought, folks. Look at this. This is what happens when you read every day and then do nothing. I've done absolutely nothing here today except watch this Bills game. So I was watching the first half. If anyone wants to drop who they think has been performing the best, there is only one wrong answer to that question. That wrong answer would be Shiloh Sanders, who, of course, as everyone maybe knows, potentially should. I'd be surprised if anyone watching the stream, I'm sure Kel talked about it briefly, but Shiloh Sanders was ejected from the game for punching Zach Davidson. He took a swing. And for a guy on the roster bubble like Shiloh to be ejected in the third and final preseason game, where this is his last chance to show the Bucs brass if he's anything more than a hothead, he did not prove anything. In fact, he hurt his case massively. So I think Kel mentioned this a bit before, but the Sanders brothers, they are not having a good week right now with Shadur up in Cleveland was being named the QB3. Does he slide down to QB4 whenever Kenny Pickett gets healthy again? One would have to assume, even with Pickett not playing in any preseason games, getting injured with a hamstring injury back in early July, that he's probably got more credit in the bank than Shador. Shador did not have a very good preseason game either today. He missed some wide open throws. Eric Woodcountry. Is he from here? Someone Google that for me. Is he actually from? Kentucky? Mets going brazy. Are they going to win? They're not going to choke this time? Really? They're not going to choke? Interesting. Top of the 7th. Well, you know what? Started the season off great. Pete Alonso with a big homer 46 seconds ago. I see. Wow. Folks, I just joined. Speaking of baseball, oh, he did. So he did play at Louisville. Nice. I just joined a men's softball league down here in Kentucky. I know. Kale will probably be, and Jaden, they will both be so surprised because I have shown no interest, anything whatsoever, in a baseball career, a softball career, but I got peer pressured into doing it. And I am now a designated hitter. Why? Because I can either catch nor throw. So I'm going to be a designated hitter, which is good because I don't really want to play in the outfield, but that is happening. Baseball and softball running through my veins. And oh, I don't, my baseball glove is downstairs. I bought a 10-inch glove. It's tiny. The softball can barely fit into there. Certain times I just can't catch. It'll just smack my head and I'll yell in pain and then I'll drop it. That was happening at our practice little throw around on Thursday. Play second base. Hey, it's Sawyer. Well, you've probably seen the pictures. I am a short king. Yeah, I am a short king. Cal could attest to that. No, I can't. I was actually doing okay. They had me at first base for practice. I was doing fine. Dropped a few, but first base not too bad. You can do that. So Victor Eric Wood still lives in Louisville. I will have to go find him. I am going to find you, Eric Wood. Maybe not. Ooh, I look red. This is all from the sun today. But folks, I know it's halftime, but if you're still in here, make sure to like and subscribe. We are 2 subscribers away from 3,010. Oh, by the way, thank you all for getting this channel to 3,000 subscribers. You hit the big 3K on our long, it's one more step on a long quest to 10,000. But nonetheless, still a great achievement for this channel. It's been going out strong for 4 years, technically 5, but that first year I didn't really know what I was doing. So infrequently. But 3K, huge deal. And my goal always is, hey, took us 2 years to get from 0 subscribers to 1,000 subscribers. Another 2 years from 1 to 2K. More like a year and a half or a year and 8 months from 2 to 3K. So hopefully we can make it 3 to 4K, and within the year. Sawyer, oh, look at that dono, $2. Thank you so much, Sawyer. Chat, give Sawyer a big hug and thanks. Sawyer, you are great. You guys are great. Absolutely. I was at the Kentucky Derby this past May. I didn't go on Derby Day. I watched on a TV about a mile away from the Derby on actual Derby Day, but I did go to Churchill Downs that Thursday, and I got to watch the Thurby. Say they got Thurby. They got on Friday where everyone wears pink. I don't know I can't remember what they call that. But then, and of course, Saturday is actually Derby Day. Oh, and it looks like Cal was still in here. Hi, Cal. Let's get ready for the second half. I don't know, Cal and Jaden, it's up to you if you want me to stay on. So Cal's not too lonely up here. Or if not, I'm just going to be chilling anyways.
Oh, it's up to you. If you want to stay on, you're more than welcome to stay on. Talk some ball.
All right, screw it. I'm going to stay on. We're doing this. We're doing it live. Look at
that. The 2-man booth.
We're back. We're back, baby.
Let's see if Jaden can figure it out here. How can Jaden double the screen?
This is going to be a challenge for him.
He's got it.
Jaden did last. I don't know, crop us in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm also on my phone here. I got the stream up. I can see him. He's starting to move me around.
He's trying. Bills are coming back. They'll receive second half kickoff here. Hopefully we're pretty synced up. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have the game up right now. I think I'm just going blind. It's either this or Stream East.
Oh, God. I'll count it. You Codrington taking the kick return. He gets clobbered at the 15. That's where the Bills will start.
Yeah, I'm just here to hang out.
They're the last half of preseason football. How about it?
Mm-hmm. Shane Buechele going to come out for the second half? Probably.
I hope not, but yeah, probably. I mean, he's looking okay today. He's on par with the other two.
Oh,
Frank Gore Jr. still in full uniform. He'll probably still be there, but yeah, it looks like Bouchel and Young in the backfield
all right. Let's
for
see
this 1st and 10 play.
if Streamies has this.
Gotcha. First down play is caught, and that is going to be potentially a yard short. Wilkerson with the slant. W. Sawyer in the chat. Marte hit a home run. You love to see it. Saratoga track yesterday. Sawyer, that's a fun one. Gaines cropping. Flashback to that Sabre season where you streamed like every game and they were good. Good times. Good
If
times.
only they could remain good.
2nd and 1 here. I think the chat can still hear us. They just can't see us. It's going to be a fake handoff. Bouchel gets around the edge, and he's going to take off himself. He's going all the way to the 43-yard line. Shane Bouchel showing off the legs, showing off why maybe he should get the backup job. We'll talk about that in the podcast tomorrow. Oh, but hang on. It's getting brought back. Illegal shift on the offense, so they'll redo 2nd down. All that for nothing.
Yeah. Oh, I finally get it up on Streamies. We're back.
So,
We're back. I'm a play behind, but we're so back.
okay. That penalty's on Kane. You could be our highlight guy. Tell me if I missed anything.
All right.
Dial it in.
I don't know. Shane Bouchel looking like Josh Allen over here on this run.
Sawyer asked you in the
just
chat, you got
mentioned.
Hawaii or Stanford winning?
Wow. All right.
2nd
Here we
and
go.
6
This is
here.
some hard-hitting questions here from Sawyer, especially when I have not watched a single snap of either of these teams.
First down, Zach Davidson.
Not since Louisville Stanford beat Louisville last season.
Stanford, Steve. They beat Syracuse too. What a joke.
Awful.
We hate
Streamies
Stanford.
pros. Fact. Guys, this is Streamies is difficult. You know what? I'm not even gonna watch the app. I'm just gonna we're gonna keep doing this. Oh crap. I just accidentally I interacted with a no.
Handoff up the middle for Young. It's going to be a 3-yard carry. Are you hanging out with the mates on streaming?
No, it was a VPN center that popped up, and you know, we don't want that. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try it. We're just gonna sit here and chill. I'm gonna distract Cal.
We got the full on backup squad. We got the offensive linemen who will be off the team in a matter of days. I got the running backs. I don't think we'll see anyone who's even in contention to make the roster besides Davidson out here now. But Bouchel's going to throw it, and he finds a wide open lot 2. It's going to be a 1st down and more. Lot 2 up the sideline, past midfield, all the way down to near the 40 in Buccaneers territory. Lot 2, given the little 1st down signal there, a little bit cocky of a play from him, a guy who hasn't done much this, but we'll take it. You got to celebrate the small victories, and Bouchel got crushed after the throw. Bucks on an all-out pressure to the left, leaving lot 2 wide open on the right.
If you don't stream UB in Minnesota, do you think you can stream any other UB game? For me, it's unlikely. I don't have UB access down here. I don't even have Fox on this computer, which is why I'm not watching this game right now.
Yeah, for some reason, I don't get CBS Sports Network, which is where most of the UB games end up airing, but probably pretty doubtful for UB coverage. Maybe we'll make a YouTube video if they end up having a good year. I know they are projected to have a solid year, especially with Red Murdoch on that defense, who's ranked 90th in the country.
Yeah, I heard he's really good. Everyone's hyped about that. Did you see that one tweet? Oh, no, you go ahead. Describe the game. Did I freeze?
Nope, I think we're good. You're good. There's a 1st down there from Young. Oh, was I talking on your end? I was listening. I didn't say anything, but I don't know.
No, I'm silent currently.
Oh, gotcha. I don't know. You might have your stream audio on if I was talking, maybe. Delay.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Probably. You know how my internet is.
Yeah. What were you saying though? You were saying about the UB?
Yeah, there was a tweet about the top 10 Buffalo sports athletes right now, and someone put Red Murdoch on there at number 9.
Shows you the current state of the Buffalo Sabres, right?
Yeah, well, she put Rasmus Dahlin at number 4 below Dane Smith. And, and
That's
Tage Thompson
interesting.
was, oh, that hurt my brain.
Yeah.
Oh.
And championships, no championships. I guess, that had a big pull in it. Frank Gore Jr. still in the game, just ran for a first down. So we got 10 minutes left in the third. And Shane Buechele continues to look pretty decent so far tonight. Definitely better than I thought he was going to. Again, the opponents he's going against are not, NFL starters. Young gets a handoff, and he's getting a little slippery, 4-yard gain.
Sawyer, I did not see it, sorry, but you like UB's campus? I think you are the first person ever to say that.
Yeah, UB. I'm not a huge fan of their stadium. I think the track is very outdated. No one does that anymore besides UB and a few other teams. Even if you're sitting first row, it still feels like you're in the nosebleeds there.
Yeah.
I've never been to a UB game, but I've been to the stadium and I've been on campus a couple of times. Decided not to go there. Hand off to Young for about 2 yards, so it'll be a third and short with 9 minutes to go in the third.
Jaden, is there any way you can crop it such that both of our bodies are half off the screen?
Flaming him out here.
I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to. I'm looking at it right now. My OCD is going off the charts.
Yeah, we got a slide job it. Third and 3.
We love you,
Buechele
Jaden.
takes the snap. That looked like a false start, but they didn't call it. Buechele rolls out. He's got all sorts of time. No flag for a hold. Buechele, he's going to take off, and he gets popped, and all that running for nothing is taken down at the line of scrimmage. We'll have a 4th and 3. See if it's time for Tyler Bass or if they go for it. Looks like they're bringing on the kicking unit. Bass will get another chance at a field goal.
Give Tyler Bass some more reps. He's been injured.
I think that's definitely the play, right? Tyler Bass needs all the reps he can get before the regular season starts. So Bass will line this one up. Another shorter kick. This one might be his longest of the night, though. 37 yards, so same as the other one. Snap, hold, kick up. It's leaning. Oh, boy, that one goes through just barely. And the Bills go up 20-10. 7:43 to go in the third as we head to commercial.
UB South is not terrible. The North is just ugly. Yeah, the North is incredibly ugly.
Yeah.
And the stadium, yeah. I did a soccer camp once on UB's campus, and we had to walk inside the stadium.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
It's great.
Oh, Jaden's starting to move us around. Here we go. Here we go, Jim.
We're playing roulette on the screen here.
Folks, Jaden's about to take us on a journey. And also,
sit back
guys,
and enjoy the ride.
Guys, can we get a big clap up for Jaden and Chad? All right, he's been doing great, doing this all on the fly, running these streams excellently.
Or hashtag Jaden.
Outside of cutting off both of our faces tonight.
I'm sure there will be some streams that he will be unable to do, and we'll have to freeball it. We might see a little StreamYard action mid-season for a game or two, but other than that, we'll be good.
I don't know if the chat is aware of how much I hate StreamYards. Oh man.
Yeah, if you guys Sawyer, that was one of the streams that you came into. StreamYard, it's easy to use, but the visuals itself are not the greatest. It's a pinch, if we're in a pinch and it's only me running it, a one-man show, sometimes we got to do that.
Yep. Oh, cropping is already looking better, Jaden.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Sawyer's dissing Canisius. He said the campus sucks.
Damn.
I agree. I got lost there. I went there what did I go there last year for? Something, and I was walking around about 5 minutes to find the library and got nothing on the University of Buffalo State athletics. Just a grand academy.
Absolutely. What's going on in chat right now?
I
I
agree.
came.
Sawyer says StreamYard gets the job done. I agree. It's a nice tool to use in a pinch.
So, Cal, tell us a little bit more about the soccer journey you're going on.
Soccer, yeah, we've been getting after it every day. I think I could probably play in the Champions League right now, potentially the
Okay.
Olympics
Okay.
and the World Cup. I don't know if I could play in like Bundesliga. I think I'm still a little ways away from that, but yeah.
So you can get into the Olympics, but not the Bundesliga, arguably the
Yeah.
third best league.
It's like like they take their soccer pretty serious in Spain, and I think I could get away with. I am part Irish, so I think I could probably sneak on the Irish national team
Oh, okay.
if I claim citizenship. So the Bucks retrieve that kickoff, and they bounce. Here we go again. That return's gonna go all the way to the Buffalo 40. Johnson on the return after a bounced off tackle.
I gotta
Special
say,
teams not looking good.
yeah, absolutely, they're not. This is a game in which this is the prime opportunities for these guys to get something, get onto this roster spots. At the end of the day, if you're on that bubble, it comes down to whether or not you're good at special team.
Yep.
And some of these guys just have not looked good. That's what the third or fourth return that's gone 35 plus yards here tonight.
Yeah, no matter what the result of this game is, that's going to be the number one point by Sean McDermott. Special teams has got to improve, but the defense has very, very good tonight. There's another good tackle, Dane Jackson, and now he's on a knee after the play. Might be a little banged up. Oh boy, that is not something you want to see after the secondary has been banged up in camp and in practice and in games. Now Dane Jackson down on a knee after making a nice tackle. It's going to be 2nd and 8 once Dane Jackson gets up. They just flashed up
No.
there. The Reds are down 7-0, so the Mets are going to be in a very good spot after today, playoff wise. After a little bit of a scare there, I might be able to relax.
Remember when the Mets were so good at the beginning of the year? They swept the Phillies.
Yep.
Everyone, it was all sunshines and rainbows. And then how many blown leads have they had in the last month?
Probably like 15 of their last 20 losses. They've been up by 2 or more at one point, but I think it's strategy, right? They're saving their best baseball for the end of the year. They're getting the flubs out of the way, and when it comes for the playoffs, when they just sneak in, they're going to be red hot, ready to take down the Dodgers.
Oh man, that's gonna be brutal.
2nd and 8 now. Dane Jackson finally off the field. The throw is going to be completed there. It's going to be Johnson on the catch, and it's going to be a 3rd and moderate. And it is getting more and more tough to see who's playing. Of course, all the guys who nobody really knows on either team are out there. Obviously, we know a little bit more about the Bills guys out there than the average Joe, and zero about the Buccaneers guys who are out there.
Yeah. So I asked Chat this, Cal, but what do you think I should put back here?
On that little space,
yeah. What do you think?
Now I think I know you were saying something with record players and records and all that, but I think a nice Bills helmet would look good there too. Just a nice display helmet. I don't know if you have one of those. If not, that might be tricky. I know I got the mini ones. I don't think you'd be able to see it if I chipped it on down there.
Yeah, I have another question for you, Cal. Who are you going to play soccer with? Is it just yourself, or do you invite people? Or
Yeah, so it's a rotating crew that we go with, but it's someone new every time. Yeah. But yeah, it's fine. It was Slade for a while though too. Slade, if you're in the chat, me and Slade were training. They're gonna try a long field goal here though. Kick is up. It's right down the middle. If it has the distance, it's good, and it does. So Tampa gets a field goal back, 20-13. Good stop by the Bills defense after that terrible special teams performance. 6:25 to go. We had the commercial break, and what is our last half of preseason football? Don, have you enjoyed the preseason so far? There hasn't really been many battles to watch. The Bills have rested starters pretty much the entire way through. I know we'll get into it in the podcast, but I figured we'd start early on this discussion. Have you enjoyed this at all, or are you just ready for week 1?
I'm so ready. I'm exhausted with preseason. Just get this. I want to start betting. All right. Throw some of my hard-earned money away. and I will only do that in games that matter. So that
Week
Bills
one.
Ravens, yeah, and what, 2 weeks away now, right? On next
Yep,
week's.
2 weeks and a day. Yep.
Oh, I'm already thinking about that Bills. Our Twitter feeds are going to be so toxic in that
Oh,
week leading up to that Bills Ravens.
oh yeah, it's gonna be terrible as it always is. The good news is it seems like the Bills and Ravens on the field don't really have too much of a rivalry. Like there's a lot of respect there, right? Like there's a little
Yeah.
bit, but the Bills have dominated the Ravens in the games that have mattered, much like the Chiefs have dominated the Bills in the games that have mattered. And then the regular season is sometimes a different story. But Lamar has always, been a very fun player to watch. I know a lot of people, hate on Lamar and stuff, but he is a very respectful player on the field. And the Bills have never really had a problem with him. So it'll be interesting to see how his career progresses and if he can get over that playoff hump that the Ravens just haven't seemed to be able to get over. And as a Bills fan, I can't talk too much because the Bills seem to get maybe one ring higher up the ladder, but can't get the job done.
Yeah. Sawyer, you want to elaborate on your question? Are you guys potentially interested in having one of your videos on the podcast, maybe? What would that look like? I'm a little confused by the question. Cal, do you understand?
Guys, potentially interested in having one of your videos on the podcast, maybe. I'm gonna have to rephrase that one. Yeah, I'm not quite sure there. Hard-earned schmeckles, says Jaden.
Oh,
One of your
viewers.
viewers.
Ah, that makes a lot more sense.
I think we could do that for like a small segment, like half of it or like a quarter of it. I think so.
Yeah.
I think Sawyer, if you wanted to be on, I think we wait for the Sabre season so we'd have multiple things to talk about. And, right now the podcast tomorrow is going to be me and Don chopping it up about preseason and what we expect on roster cuts, and that's probably it. It's going to be very one-dimensional. Maybe we'll talk about some other stuff if it gets brought up. But a good special teams play by the Bills, return by Laviska Shenault all the way to the 40.
That's one of those roster battles
Mhm.
going into the dog days here. Laviska Shenault versus Brandon Codrington.
It looks like Codrington has the battle almost won as he was the starter and played a majority of the game, but Laviska getting some reps now, and if he is able to get a return touchdown in the remainder of this game, I think that could flip it. We got an interview with Maddie Glab and Josh Palmer on the sidelines. Unfortunately, I don't have my volume on because I have my mic plugged in or my headset plugged into the mic now, so I can't hear, but I'm sure he's talking about some great stuff. Zach Davidson on the completion gets it all the way to the opposite 40. Zach Davidson having himself a game after a lackluster start to preseason. He has the good punt and a couple nice completions, fighting for another roster spot that we'll talk about on the podcast.
That wasn't just a good punt, Cal. That was a great punt. I mean, that looked better than anything Robbins has thrown up here in this offseason. That was a fantastic punt. It's too bad the special teams can't get downfield quick enough.
Yeah, it didn't have enough hang time on it, but the distance was incredible. And again, and Bouchel drops the snap, and he's going to fall on it, luckily, but it'll be a loss of around 2. Yeah, we've seen that one before.
Yep. This is the only one that I've seen. I left the stadium before Shane Bouchel threw that Giants game.
Oh, yeah, that was not a great moment. Snap, I mean, that one was not Bouchel. Snap went probably 10 feet over his head in that Giants game, but nevertheless, it seems to be these backup centers as you keep putting a new center in each quarter. The less experience you got with these NFL quarterbacks that are trying to grab the ball so quick and high pressure, and you got NFL ready guys across from you. You got to get up the block. It is tough to snap that ball. There's a run by Young for 4 yards, so we'll have a 3rd and long coming up for the Bills around the 37.
Cal, what is Young's first name?
Oh, I said it.
I don't know either.
I did say it on the stream, and now I forget. It's like not Jared Young. I know Jared Young. It's not coming to me, but yeah,
I'm gonna look it up. A sec.
I knew it at one point.
He just signed a few days ago, right?
Yeah. He's brand new to the squad. Frank Gore Jr. back in the backfield now on 3rd and 7 as your 3rd down back. Bucks send a blitz. They're going to do a screenplay to Gore Jr. He gets around the outside, extends the ball over the 1st down marker, another good play for Frank Gore Jr., who is another guy who's right on that roster bubble. Don't really want to give him up on the practice squad because I think Blackshear, somebody will probably pick him up.
Yeah. It's Elijah Young. He actually went to Western Kentucky for
Oh,
college.
shout out Coach Hurrick.
Yep.
But yeah, Elijah. I did say that once. And speaking of Elijah, where is Elijah? KJ Hamler lost a 3.
I don't think we'll see Elijah until Bill's season
Savers.
starts. Sabres, maybe.
That's going to be the first time I see him back in the chat. I am going to be so excited.
Can't wait to see his latest developments on Pepsi.
Yeah, they did just sign a massive deal with Pepsi for the new stadium, so he was on to something.
That's true. Maybe he can be our in-house sponsorship correspondent for the Bills and Sabres.
He's got a source.
He definitely does.
2nd and 14 for the Bills with 3 minutes to go in the third. Bouchel looks, fires, and that'll be caught by Kane for around 5 yards. Another 3rd and long upcoming.
Yeah, no, Elijah does have some goated old comments here in the chat.
We should make a video, top 10 Elijah comments.
Oh, man.
If anyone in the chat right now wants to go back through all the old streams and put in the Discord or send us a message on Instagram, a list of all of Elijah's best live stream comments, I will make the video on it, and it'll be a members only video.
Oh, man. Yeah, so we're going pizza flavored Pepsi. Bang, bang.
In Dunkirk, yeah. One of my all-time favorite viewers. I hope you return. Yep. 3rd and 6 now. Bouchel finds an open Kane, but that's actually Wilkerson, and short by about 3 yards. So we might see another Tyler Bass kick. At this point, I would just go for it. Yep.
Yeah, no, I of course agree. I'm very in tune with the game right now. No, but all of our viewers are our favorite viewers. We don't pick and choose who our favorites are. Although, if there's a bot that comes in here, they absolutely get demoted to least favorite.
Yeah, like NFL streams, Bills versus Buccaneers 2025. 39-yard attempt for Tyler Bass. They're going to kick the field goal. Snap, hold, kick. It is up, and it is good. Tyler Bass looking good so far. Has not missed a kick. I'm sure he's saving those for week 1. With 1:30 to go in the third, 10-point game, 23-13.
Bang! Bang! Tyler Bass. He's so.
Try to get at least 2 more subs by the end of the night. We're 2 away from 3,010. Likes are doing good. 15 people in here now. I'm sure somebody in here isn't subscribed.
That's right. We will find you, and we will convince you with meaningful words, great content. Cal, again, is going to sing Pink Pony Club for you.
Just a member away.
Just one member.
Jaden just got his prize pick streak snap thanks to EJ Warner.
Great. Love that. Sorry, Jaden.
Oh.
See, maybe if we rage bait Jaden enough, he'll turn his camera on, hop into stream, maybe.
Yeah.
I know he's sitting right there. He's sitting there. He's listening to us right now, smiling, big ear-to-ear grin. Itching to get in on this live stream fun, aren't you, Jaden? Aren't you?
Where is Jaden? Oh, Brett Beatty, or no, actually, Jeff McNeil makes a nice play in the field. That's looking good tonight. Sawyer says Jason's got to get in here. Yeah, Jason will be certainly in here for some Sabres streams this year. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, we got our Sabres viewers and our Bills viewers. Plenty of crossover.
Yep. So Jason said in the Discord he was, I believe, camping last weekend too, so he wasn't in the stream. And never forget he's always a little bit behind on the stream too, because somehow it freezes on his screen, and he's about 20 to 30 minutes behind sometimes. But
Bro's always watching while camping. He's always camping.
Yeah, camping.
That's the only plausible explanation.
Could be. But thank you guys for joining again. We're still at commercial break, and we're nearing the end of the third quarter, which means we have almost only one last quarter to go in preseason. This Bills preseason is sponsored by Don. I'll let you take it away. Who's the sponsor of the preseason?
Ellison's Meat Factory.
There you go. I like it.
I don't know where I came up with those words from, folks, but that's just the first thing that came into mind.
It's the first time I'm hearing that company, but
I heard they're good. I don't know. Pepsi.
Move gamers to Pepsi.
Oh man.
Maybe I got to bring a Pepsi for the return of our good friend.
Should we? Or no? Wait, here we got a stream sponsor, protege. All right. Who wants to be my protege? Comment.
Kickoff, and the Bills special teams finally make a ankle tackle at around the 35. Scotty, how's it going? He says Shaver's making the 53. Who's the odd man out? Moore? Question mark. I think Elijah Moore has done enough in practice for him to have a spot, but then again, him playing in this game kind of makes me backtrack on that. I don't know. I mean, we'll talk about that in the podcast for sure when we get our thoughts together. So be sure to tune in for that for our official rankings. Smooth Gaming says he thinks they keep 6 receivers, and yeah, I think I agree with that. Shavers has made it pretty hard to not have him on. I got distracted because Sawyer has gifted a membership, and guess who gets the membership? Truth and Chill. Truth gets the membership. Shout out Truth for getting the membership, and shout out Sawyer. Thank you so much for the membership. As
Sawyer being a big dog again. Sawyer's doing some good work here. Maybe he's gonna get on this podcast one or another. This is, folks. If you bribe us, we will give it to you. No.
Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing down in West Hollywood. That's about the only lyrics I know of that. Thank you, Sawyer, for the membership.
Sure, buddy. Sure.
Yeah. It's definitely not my favorite song right now. I'm just kidding. That's the only stuff I know of that. But I think that should be our new Sabres goal song. What do you guys think? Every time the Sabres score, I'll sing Pink Pony Club. Maybe.
I think this is necessary. Totally necessary. Sir Cal, no pro. Yeah, Sawyer being a big dog over here. Again, this channel wouldn't be anything if it weren't for the viewers, and acts like this just fosters a community, and we do greatly appreciate it. Sawyer, we're going to single you out this year.
Sawyer, I almost accidentally gifted 250 memberships.
That would have been, oh man.
We would have given you a refund. Don't worry, if we were able to do that. I don't know if you could do that for memberships. And the Bills force a fumble and they recover. It's been a while since we've seen a turnover for the Bills, and the Bills able to get a turnover. I think Jimmy Charlo was the guy who fell on it. Alexander, the guy that forced the fumble. How about that? A nice little sequence for the Bills.
Yeah. This is turnovers have always been a Sean McDermott team specialty. High amounts of turnovers and low points against. Unfortunately, our third down efficiency rates getting off the field are not very good. Overall, pass yards given up per game, not very good as well. But Sean McDermott always preaches turnovers. If you win the turnover battle, you win the game. That's how the Bills beat the Ravens in the divisional round. The Bills were not the better team that game, but they forced 3 fumbles plus Mark Andrews self-combusting at the goal line.
Complimentary football. Shane Buechele has a nice little rollout pass as we end the third quarter with potentially a 3 to 4 yard gain for Wilkerson. That'll do it for the third. Going to commercial break. 23-13 Bills ball. Shout out defense, having a great game against the Buccaneers' 5th stringers.
Are the Bills actually going to win a preseason game? We have never ever seen this before. Yeah, I mean, this always happens every year, though, right? Lose a squeaker in the first one, blown out in the second one, then barely win in the third when no one gives a crap.
Yeah, they actually, but before the sustained success, they were a pretty solid preseason team. Of course, that Tyree Jackson walk-off game a couple years ago. I think that was against the Giants, maybe not. I remember I was driving back from Cooperstown watching that one, so that was at least 5 to 6 years ago. But yeah, the Bills were a solid preseason team. But the last couple of years, they've had that one game where they've just been absolutely blown.
I just love the fact that Bears fans in my feed are
Oh
all
yeah,
going crazy. Oh my God, preseason, this matters. Isn't it funny though? The Chiefs went 0-3 in the preseason. The Bills got blown out last week, 0-2. It's probably going to be hopefully 1-2 after tonight.
Mm.
And the Browns going 3-0. Preseason, it's almost as if you're good in the preseason, you're going to suck mightily in the actual
yeah.
season, and vice versa.
Yeah, a lot of the times too. The worser teams have more depth because there's more areas for a position battle, right? If you're a free agent guy who is a fringe NFL guy, are you going to go like say you're a linebacker, for example? Are you going to go to the Bills where they have Milano, Bernard, Dorian Williams, Joe Andreessen, Jimmy Charlo, or are you going to go to a team that had like 3 wins last year and their linebacker crew consists of a bunch of guys who walked on to college, right? You're going to go to a team where you have more of a chance to win. And you see a lot of those teams like, again, the Steelers are the middle ground, right? They're always good in preseason and then very mediocre in the regular season. But a lot of the bad teams are always good in preseason, vice versa. The Chiefs going, having a rough record in preseason was interesting because Mahomes did play a good amount in the preseason. So I think we can pretty much call it the Chiefs dynasty is completely over from what I've seen in preseason. I mean, they look completely like garbage. You'd be surprised some of the DMs we get from people who are saying that, but obviously not the case.
Yeah, for sure. Sabres went undefeated. Yep, exactly, Sawyer. Sabres went undefeated the preseason last
Yep.
year or 2 years ago.
One of the years, yeah. The Sabres are a rarity because they're always so good in the preseason, and then they get to the regular season and they're a top 3 team all year, right? So they're one of the few teams that is able to kind of play good in both.
Yeah. Smooth Gaming brings up a good point, though, about Jimmy Charlo. He's been very impressive since signing with the Bills 2 weeks ago. Of course, he got some film time, screen time on Hard Knocks. And
Oh yeah.
Cal, I do not have. I actually. No, can I say this, or is HBO going to come after me?
I think you can say it.
I've locked my way into a password of an account of an old friend, and I've been using that to watch Hard Knocks. So, boom! Jaden's the only one without an HBO account. Boom!
Oh, call ends in 15 minutes.
What? Jaden, help us. Free group calls have a limit of 1 hour. Boo. Boo.
Well, we'll figure that one out in 15 minutes. Hopefully, Jaden can brainstorm while we do that. Nice catch by Michael Harris in the Mets game. But we have a third down now for the Bills offense. And yeah, I mean, Jimmy Charlo, a guy who I would love to see on the practice squad all year long, a guy who the Bills could call up in a pinch, really good on special teams. That surprised me with how good he's been at linebacker coming out of nowhere. Again, what would they say? Tore his ACL or something in the first game of preseason last year. Didn't think he'd play football again. Of course, a former captain on that Army team, which that just proves the guy has impeccable discipline. 3rd and 1, though. Bouchel rolls out. He's trying to find someone, goes downfield, almost picked off, incomplete. We'll have a 4th and 1 from midfield. That one at number 87. See who that is. Turn around. That is Sokol, I think, who I may or may not have saw at work the other day.
Really?
The day he signed, somebody came in that was massive wearing a Bills shirt, looked like a tight end, and we looked up everyone on the roster. I didn't recognize his face. Later, I saw the Bills signed him, and I looked him up, and it looked pretty similar. So it might have been him. So that's him. He bought 2 bags of softener salt. I don't know if that is if that violates HIPAA, but there you go. Probably not him. But anyway, Bills are going to punt here on 4th and 1, so we won't get to see a 4th down. And you know who that brings up? Davidson with the punt. That one's got plenty of hang time. Caught at around the 10 and tackle at around the 15. So another solid punt for Davidson. That one, again, a placement punt more than a distance punt. So good job. And from what I've seen from Davidson, why would we not just keep him as the punter and backup tight end? Why waste a spot on a punter? Vientos, home run. Woo!
Nick Castellanos. It's a homer. Oh, and the Bills go wide right. Oh. What are we looking at here? Victor, if the Sabres start the regular season 10-2 or 11-3, do we get excited or stay guarded? I'm staying guarded until the Sabres make the playoffs.
Yep.
Nothing is safe with them.
The Sabres are like the Mets. Nothing is safe.
Mhm.
The Sabres could go 40-0 to start the season, and I still wouldn't believe it till I see that first playoff game.
Yeah, agreed. Totally agree.
Yeah, a couple. What was it, like 4 or 5, maybe 6 years ago at this point? They were tied with Nashville for first in the league, like 20 something games in. Collapsed.
Collapsed. Pain. Pain, 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 pain. So much pain. Does anyone want me to read out my evidence textbook?
Yeah, we do a little. I got 4 online classes this year. Only one I got to go in person for the semester, and I already got some work that was been showing up in my folder. It starts next week for me, so I got a later start than you did. But I think most schools around this area start on Monday, which I have to drive for a whole hour, and I get to go home. But
Dubs.
it allows for more videos, more streams, and more time for work. So at least we'll be making some money this year instead
So
of last year.
what you're saying, Kel, is that you'll be chronically online this year? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, one could say. Oh, Jeff McNeil rifles one deep to right. See ya, another home run. Mets go up 9-2. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are the Mets back? Are the Mets back?
Go, let's go, baby, go.
Go.
Let's go. More online classes and insane levels of Mickey Mouse.
I don't know. Some online classes are annoying though, so we'll see how it is. I mean, again, I'm assuming 2 of them are going to be, your usual like 3 tests and no other work, and then the other 2 are going to have discussion posts that take about 5 hours.
Yeah, I just my Friday class was pushed online this week, and we had 3 discussion posts to do by the end of that day.
Jeez. Discussion posts need to be gone. That is one of the worst things because no matter who you are, as the Buccaneers start the drive from their own 15, 1-yard gain on 1st and 10, I mean, no matter who you are, you're going to just respond like, "Oh, I completely agree with that," and then just make up. So, like, no one actually does that. I don't know. They don't work. It's a waste of time. I love seeing like the former athlete ones. Like you'll see someone that's like, "Oh yeah, I went to school with this kid," and the discussion posts just like, "I also like penguins."
Well, reading all the discussion posts, the professor made it public, and I'm looking through all these. They're all mirroring each other. These same exact suggestions for everything. It's all like AI slop. It's just pure nonsense. Sawyer, Don, do you recommend Louisville? I have to start thinking about colleges soon. Yeah, I recommend Louisville. It's been getting better. They still have a primary focus on athletics down here. Unfortunately, the college at the president level has been kind of all over the place. It's like corruption, but I like the campus. The areas around the campus are better than Buff State, or no? Yeah, they're better than. Better than Buff State, but still not great. Still not great. But this is mostly a commuter school. I don't know if I didn't realize this before I came down here. I think only out of the 20,000, no, yes, 20,000 undergrads that go here, about 5K actually live on campus. 5 to 6K. The rest are off-campus apartments or houses or stuff like that.
I couldn't imagine staying on campus. I mean, I commute and it's just so much better for me. But I guess you got less like responsibility when you're staying on, but it's also probably like a little more work in the sense of you gotta buy your own stuff, buy your own food, all that. But
yeah, well, one of the problems, there's a prominent off-campus apartment that just got discovered to have a cockroach infestation. Yeah, that's not great. Yeah, I mean, so if you only care about athletics, the basketball team should be top 10 this year. Football team, hopefully, if they win 10 games, we should be making the playoffs. 9-3, we're gonna have to win the ACC against Clemson, presumably.
Victor says back in the '80s, no online classes. Yeah, I'd argue that some of the in-person classes are a lot easier than the online classes, just because there's a lot of busy work online. But only having to drive there 2 days of the week is certainly going to help my gas money
Mhm.
situation. So that's the main reason for that. Sawyer, do you play any? Are you trying to play a sport in college, or are you just trying to go to sporting events? Because I've always had that idea. Again, I've always wanted to go to a school to, I want to go to every football game. I want to go to a big Power 5 school, go to basketball games and all that. And then I end up going to a D3 school and have not attended a single sporting event, even in the area for collegiate sports. So Victor says, my first 2 years I lived off campus and I moved to my dorm. My remaining time, it was a good mix. Yeah, it sounds like a very good mix, kind of splitting it half and half.
Clemson's still number one for me. No, I heard Clemson's one of my friends down here. He went to Clemson for undergrad. Um, my one recommendation for Clemson, though, I don't know if the same goes for here at Louisville undergrad, but if you go to Clemson and you want to make friends, you need to rush a frat. You need to get into a frat. If you're not, then you your options will be very limited before you turn 21. So rush a frat, start
Yeah.
investigating. Make sure you wear your hat the right way.
Clemson's the most SEC out of all the ACC schools, I'd say. I think they're
They're
very
a
much a
wannabe.
Southern sports school. Yeah.
Oh no, you're just trying to go to sporting events. Hey, Clemson's good, but Louisville has a professional basketball arena here. It's not like any of the other nasty indoor college athletic arenas. No,
The KFC
Louisville,
Yum Center.
the KFC, it's actually so nice. And inside of there, you have KFC, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, um, and what Popeyes. Popeyes is the other one. Have all of those around the stadium. So man, it's a beauty. It's a great time. That's a great arena. Right over in downtown by the water too. Mm.
Oh, Sawyer. I thought Sawyer told me last stream that they got a girlfriend, so I don't know if that's still the case, but it's an out of pocket comment for a guy who's wiped up. But anyway, first down back in the Bills game. It's gonna be a first down for Wilkerson. Nice play there.
Bro, Sawyer, I didn't know you had that dog in you, man.
Boy, we got an interview with Connor McGovern now with Matty Glab.
Eddie
Got
Glad.
it. And it's Sal Capaccio spotting in the background, hustling in the background of that interview. Uh,
I do, lol, bro. You better hope this doesn't turn oh, she's not watching this too. Put your phone away, pal. I mean, this is a safe space. Safe
First
space.
and 10. Over the 50-yard line. Bouchel getting the full game. You'll love to see it. There's a run up the middle. It's going to be a 6-yard gain. I think that was our boy Elijah Young.
Elijah. You have to have a Popeyes. Okay. I had a Popeyes not too long before I left Buffalo for the first time ever. Got a basic chicken sandwich at Popeyes. Let me tell you, that was the grossest chicken sandwich ever. Chick-fil-A clears. Raising Cane's way better too. Popeyes is definitely a third. They are slotted in third.
Move
I don't
gaming
know.
with the comment. But yeah, I've had Popeyes twice and I've only ever had the chicken sandwich, so I can't say much. I've heard a lot of their stuff is worse than sandwich. I thought the sandwich was okay both times I got it, but you can definitely get unlucky with
Smooth gaming. You are not one to talk. No, these things. What are we? I mean, I'm not saying I'm one to talk either. I am not. Oh, but that's just these are some crazy comments flying out right now. Love it. No, she's not watching. Luckily, I think. Oh
Yeah.
man.
3rd and 1 for the Bills.
Yeah, get us off
Oh,
this topic, Al.
yeah. Try a highlight play here. 3rd and 1. Gotta get this first down. Give me a handoff up the middle and stuffed and thrown to the ground. Bouchel tried to keep him up, and now we got a little bit of a skirmish, a little bit of an ugly tackle there, but I don't think anyone's going to be throwing any punches like Shiloh was.
Here
So,
we
yeah,
go.
so we have 4th and short. I think the Bills are going to go for it.
Oh, who's the Slade character in the chat?
I don't know. Yeah, Slade's been gone for a while now too.
He sounds like
Out the
sounds like a
house.
bum. Sounds like a
Yeah.
bum.
4th and inches. Oh, they're trying the old McDermott hard count. And they actually snap. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. That one is also stuffed. I don't think he got it. Oh, the spot says he does. Okay. Just by
Hey.
a little bit. So that'll keep this clock moving and grooving. 9:23 and counting in the 4th quarter. Bouchel looks exhausted. This is his first time playing a full game in I don't know how long.
Oh, how much time? We
Yeah.
got probably 2 minutes, Cal. Or
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be 2 minutes, and then we're gonna get forced out, folks.
Uh-oh.
So if I hope everyone doesn't leave, we're gonna
Yeah.
prepare everyone for the sudden change that'll happen. But I'm sure Jaden is gonna have to create another Google Meet a meeting. I don't know. I hope he can do that. Now one of us can just do it and send the links around.
It'll yeah. I think you can on Google. We'll see. He'll let us know. But yeah, 2 minutes and then the screen will go back to the old stream will be starting soon.
Yeah. So folks, don't leave. In 2 minutes, Kale and I will go bye-bye temporarily, but we will be back. We will be back for the final 9 minutes of this amazingly entertaining Bills Buccaneers game.
Victor's never had Chick-fil-A, really. I'd say it's a must try. I like Chick-fil-A. I know some people say it's a little too basic, but very solid option. 2nd and 3 now for the Bills. Bouchel hands it off to Young. He's going to get the outside edge, and he's going to fall around the first down marker. They're going to say to move the chains. They might have spotted him a little bit short, though, because it still says 3rd down. He did give the initial signal to give a 1st down, but now I might have changed his mind.
Last comment before. No one will know. You will not know what the state of this play is.
Under a minute.
You're about to...
Touchdown! No, they said it's 1st down. So.
Yeah. All right, we're about to end. We will be right back, folks. Don't leave. Do not go away.
If you guys leave, we will end the stream. Frank Gore Jr., nice run there. 0 yards. 5 seconds left. 5 seconds left.
4.
3.
Oh, Cal, Jaden. Yeah, but we're still here, folks. We are indeed back. I was playing on his phone currently. Victor, you hear voices? That's not good.
Randy Orton style.
Oh, man. Uh-oh, we're going to play on my computer for a little bit. Let's check out the YouTube analytics.
Yeah, I think it says we made around $3,000 on this stream, so thank you.
Bang!
Bang!
Let's see. Danger's back. How are the Bills looking right now, Cal?
Commercial break. We do have 20 likes on the stream, though, so thank you guys for that.
Beautiful.
And we are at 3,008 subs, so we definitely got a barrage of subs in the beginning of the stream. That'll do. I think we started the stream with like 3,003, so 5 subs on the day, not too bad for a preseason game where none of the starters played.
All courtesy of Sawyer's 250 gifted subs.
Yeah, then we might actually hit $5,000 refund. Yeah. Yeah, nice gesture by the Braves fan there. The Mets are 1 out away. 1 out away. Greatness.
Yeah, I imagine if that went through, I don't know what we would have been able to do. Probably could put in a report or something. I don't know what the process is.
Yeah, no, you can definitely refund like donations. I don't know how it works with members. I've never tried to do that. I know we've done donations before.
Let's see.
I'm sure you could put in some claim, like you said, though. As we're returning from commercial break now, they've been showing the Bills' schedule in segments, and I guess they're on to December and January, highlighting these games. But 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. Frank Gore Jr. still in the game. That can't be a good sign for his roster. spot if he's still playing these late fourth quarter reps. But then again, the Bills don't really have another running back on the depth chart that would be lower than Frank Gore Jr. besides Young, and you got to give him a break at some point. So I guess those are just the two they're rolling with for the 1 yard gains. 2nd and 9.
It's bad that I forgot what our levels of for the members are. There's Top
Membership.
Buffalo.
Top Buffalo,
There's-
top subscriber, certified subscriber, and then I think there's one that's higher. I don't know.
What do we give for Top Buffaloes?
Bouchel fade route. Oh, Kane just dropped that one.
Let's see, I'm trying to figure out where we had put a list of all these perks. Sawyer is and Truth and Chill now are both Top Buffaloes. Let's see here.
Truth getting the hand out. You'll love to see it. Shout out Sawyer. Hopefully next time Truth is in here, we'll have to let him know he owes it all to Sawyer.
Member shoutouts, early access to new videos, photo and status updates, and everything from certified subscriber. Cal, would you like to tell the chat what the difference is between certified and Top Buffalo?
Yeah, so I think you get more access to some. I think there's more emotes that you can get, and then there is earlier access to videos. So I think certified subscriber, you might not get the early access to the videos, just the early access to some of the streams. And then you also get members only posts and members only videos that will be more frequent during the season, but during the off season, haven't really made any. Again, like if you ever watch a video when it first comes out, you'll see there's already some likes on it, some views. That is because the members have already watched the video fully through and left comments. Mets win. You love to see it. 26-yard field goal attempt from Bass, and he, misses that one. So Tyler Bass ends the day with a miss, and it's still a 10-point game with 4:24 to go. If the Bucs can march down the field and get any sorts of points, we will see an onside kick.
It was wide right. Tyler Bass missed a 26-yard field goal wide right.
Not a good sign. He started off the day good, but can't be missing that short of a field goal.
No offense. Yeah, no, sorry. I don't think I could even afford 200. Let's see let's 250 times 3 would be $750. Yep, nope. Can't do that. He can't do that.
That'd be a week and a half's worth of work, down the drain.
Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 members now. Lovely.
Yeah. I think we've had, like, during the Sabre season, I think we had more, and then obviously the number fluctuates, but yeah, that's a good number to have right now. Obviously, we're trying to grow that community as well. The membership will certainly be the most important it's ever been during this season because we'll have plenty of opportunities, plenty of streams to use the emotes. If you guys are a member of the chat, Sawyer or anyone else, spam those emotes in the chat. I think that membership was okay. So Jaden just said 1 member away from more emotes. So I think we were 2, and then Sawyer gifted 1. So we're 1 member away from getting to add more emotes. We'll have to have a vote on what those emotes are. Right now we have the Rizzler, Harry Pagula, the Sabres logo, the Josh Allen mustache, and the me with the paper bag over my head.
I'm looking through some of our old super chats, and here's one from Brandon. Quote, so this one time, me and my friend were in the car straight up jorking it, and some idiot cop pulled us over for unlawful gooning. Thoughts?
Yeah. So there was a moment.
To that, Cal?
There's a moment in time where I can't say too much, but we were on our way to a baseball game, and Armada may or may not have gotten pulled over by a female police officer. That's as far as I'll go. Next time Armada is in a stream, he can tell the story. I don't know how much he wants to be told of that, but it's a great moment, a memorable moment for sure. I'm gonna be right back. I got to change this Mets game out for something that's actually on the other screen. So
Okay.
Don will give you a 30-second hype speech.
All right. So, yeah, mother just left me with sole custody of the kids. How do I talk to you? I haven't spoken to you in 18 years. You on the other end of that camera. Um, the Bills got this. They got this. This is a team. If anyone's watched Succession, I'm gonna pull something up here, and I will read that off. All right. This is a great team, right? We're gonna win a lot because you guys are a team, and when a team is a team, they can't actually physically be beaten. It's impossible. So go hard, go fast, go,
Third
you
and
lovely
inches
bastards.
for the Bucks, and completed.
Mother, you left me alone with the cookie jar on the counter. Yep. Don, I do not still play video games. The PS4 is downstairs. It is downstairs. There are two controllers there. Neither of one of them have been charging, so I think each of those guys are dead or need new batteries or something. Because I was trying to play Minecraft a few days ago. I was very bored. I wanted to play Minecraft, but I couldn't. But I'm sure eventually when my brother starts making money again, gets a job, that we can pitch in and get a PS5 or something. Although they just went up in prices, Kale. The
They
new
did.
PS5. Yeah. Whose fault is that?
I think it's your fault. I think they knew you were in the market for one, and they were like, you know what, we're gonna raise the prices, trying to screw
Yeah,
you over.
you're right. My bad, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is on me. I didn't mean it. Did not mean it.
The Bucks are driving down the field right now. Just got another first down. They're around the 22-yard line in Bills territory with under 3 minutes to go in the fourth. Again, any points here would force an onside kick opportunity. Tampa Bay still has all three timeouts too, so the game's not over even if the Bills were to field the onside kick, but that's still a matter of moments away.
Last time I played video games, Cyber Tigers came out in the late 90s. Played that every damn day. Oh man. Dictator Nick unemployed. Well, Dictator Nick. I should get him in chat. I should text him.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Armada's dad got Nick fired.
No.
Enough money.
Oh man.
The 2nd and 10 now from the 22. Gonna be a throw, wide open receiver downfield, 9-yard gain, out of bounds. That one is Culp. 3rd and short. Looks like the stands really thinned out on the Saturday night game in Tampa. Stands weren't too full to begin with.
Oh man. Yeah, I've texted Nick. We'll see if he actually listens to me. Half the time he doesn't.
We will see. We'll be awaiting. 1st and 10, and that is a throw to the end zone. Dropped. Oh, takes out 2 cameramen in the process. Both hop right back up. That was Johnson on the drop. But barreling into two cameramen might have been the most exciting thing of the fourth quarter so far. Alexander on the coverage. Alexander, the guy who forced the fumble earlier.
Kale, are you sniffly right now? Are you okay?
I am. We got a little bit of an allergy issue going on. The weather's changing. It went from 80s and 90s. Now we're dropping down to the 70s finally in Buffalo as we have a 2nd and 10 open over the middle and tackled 7-yard gain. We approach the 2-minute warning.
Are you saying the climate is changing, Kale?
I would say regionally it is. A normal shift in the barometer and the air pressure. 3rd down here, and it is caught. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 1 as we return from the 2-minute warning.
All right,
Bills
folks.
game is sponsored by Pepsi. Pepsi products, Bill Stadium, Dunkirk.
Dunkirk, yep. And there's pizza flavored Pepsi, folks. Pizza flavored Pepsi.
That's what we're hearing.
Shane Buechele, 24 for 29, 254 passing yards. Not a bad day on paper for him.
Yeah, not a bad day at all. We'll recap the game on the podcast tomorrow. Be sure to watch that podcast. We'll tell you what we liked, what we didn't like. But yeah, it's certainly been a better game than last week. I think these backups heard an earful throughout the week from the Bills coaches. But at the end of the day, even if they showed up and lost 38-0 again, it doesn't matter, right? We're waiting for week 1, and it's going to be interesting to see what these receivers can do with Josh Allen. We know Josh Allen can make any receiver look like a Hall of Famer from time to time, just fitting it in super tight, narrow windows. But Keon Coleman has certainly shined in practice. Everyone says he is the best he's ever looked. Deion Dawkins has high praise for him, said Keon Coleman is a whole different man than he was last year, and get ready to watch him. And Deion Dawkins rarely lies. I saw somebody call him the anti-Von Miller on X. Of course, Von Miller, notoriously known for spewing hope and not truth throughout his Bills tenure, saying, I'm coming back. I'm ready to start the year, this, that. Tried to sign a bunch of guys, and nothing really worked out with Von. But hopefully he looks good in Washington this year again. Was a solid guy here. Had some accusations about some other stuff that I don't know if that's true or not, but on the football field seemed like a nice guy with the team.
No, just keep talking, Cal. This is going great.
Yeah.
Looks like the new short that Jaden posted during the stream is already at 2,300 views.
Oh yeah, you love to see it. I think it was the punt.
Still waiting on the OBJ. Can we get a Bills hat, please? Oh man, I don't have a Bills hat. I only have a Sabres.
You want me to go grab a Bills hat? I'll be right back. Once Don's on, I can go to it. Prime, how's it going? I will. I'll get that Bills hat for you.
Some of these hats look nice. There's an all-white one. There's like a tie-dye one. I don't like that. If I get a hat, should I get what color? What should the base color be? White, red, blue, cream, gray. They got gray options here too. A whole assortment of stuff. Let's go, Mets. Yeah, good to see you too, real deal. 70 degrees in Albany. Now I would kill for that weather right now. You wanna let me look it up how hot it was today. But actually it wasn't too bad. Last week it was all in the 90s. Today we got up to a high of 84. It's currently 76 though, right now. Right now. So I'm looking at hats, and some of these hats, the one with Josh Allen's Buffalo hand-drawn logo is $30. $30. What are we doing? What are we doing? These prices are absurd. I'm gonna have to go on eBay for some lice-ridden hat. These are horrible prices.
You gotta get one of them Matt Pagula Bills hats with the ice.
Oh man. Oh, it's a good topic for next week, Cal. The rivalry uniforms are coming out.
Oh, yeah, that's coming out. Yeah, is that next weekend they come out, the 28th or something?
Something like that, yeah. The 28th, I think, is Thursday. Yeah, okay. It is Thursday.
Good pass breakup there, and it's gonna be 3rd and goal for the Bucs. Yeah, those will be interesting. We could speculate that on the podcast this week.
I wouldn't be surprised. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a return of the 1960 Buffalo Bills uniforms.
With the silver and blue with that old school look. I think that would be nice for the last year in the stadium. Again, I think they're only wearing them one game, right?
On Sunday Night Football against the Patriots.
Yeah. All the other teams in our division are at least twice, but we're our only one.
Victor, you paid $50 for a hat?
Oh, and a big catch. Buccaneers touchdown. He went up for that one. That's Green, the receiver. And that will make it a 3-point game. Hardy got mossed in the end zone.
Of course he did.
Let's see if they go for 2 here. They could go for 2 and then potentially be able to win it with a field goal, but they'll probably kick the extra point. Uh, yeah, $50 for that hat that's a steep price for sure. I saw those were sold out in a matter of moments. So Green was West Virginia's quarterback last season. Wow, big time catch for him.
Garrett Green. I watched a game with him. That's embarrassing for Hardy. Yeah, Daquan Hardy is not doing himself any favors here. $80. $80. Oh my God.
2-point attempt is stuffed by Jimmy Charlo.
Big play for him.
And there you go. So now it's a 4-point game. So the Bucs would need a touchdown to win this thing if they even get the ball back. Again, they still have 3 timeouts and an onside kick attempt.
Yep.
$80 is a lot. I saw Notre Dame got a new logo. I might have to cop a shirt or sweatshirt with that on it. Great play by the Bills defense. If this score holds, 19 points is certainly not bad.
Definitely better than the 38 1 week ago and then 34 2 weeks ago. Deontay Hardy and Trent Sherfield. Still thinking about that Trent Sherfield drop against the Chiefs 2 years ago.
Yeah, didn't Deontay Hardy, I don't know if he's on a team right now.
Let's see here.
Trent Sherfield is on the Broncos.
Is he?
I don't know about Hardy.
Deontay Hardy appears not to be on a team.
Yeah, Jaden confirmed Sherfield on Denver. Okay.
Yeah, Sherfield was supposed to. He sucked. He sucked so much.
He had that incredible catch against the Dolphins. That was about it. Bills are going to return, so they're not going to do the onside kick. They're going to try to get the 3 and out, and that's a good return all the way up to the 40 for Laviska Shenault. And now the Bills are pretty much a first down away from wrapping this one up and getting their first win of the preseason. Pretty huge Bills collection going back to the starter hats in the 90s. Serious about the hat collection. Yeah, I'm not a big hat wearer, but I always want to buy hats, and I'm like, I'm never going to wear it. But I know a lot of people that collect hats are very, very serious about it. It's an expensive hobby.
And there's a lot of expensive hobbies, yeah. But Victor, you should go into the Discord and send us a picture. I want to see how many hats you got.
There you go. 1st and 10, Buechele fakes it. He's going to throw it to Young. He's wide open. It's going to be a first down and more all the way to the 38-yard line of the Buccaneers. And now Tampa will have to let that clock run all the way for the next play, and they'll have to run it back and try to get a 3 and out. But by the time they do, they might not have enough time. So that's a crucial first down pickup for the Bills. Again, I guess a first down away from wrapping this one up. The Bucs could theoretically get a 3 and out on the second set of down and get the ball back, but it doesn't look like they're going to have too much time to do it. 103, 102, 101, 1 minute to go in the fourth. 1st and 10, Buechele letting each and every one of those seconds tick away before he has to snap it. And now they'll run it right up the middle with Young. It's going to be about a 2-yard gain. The first time out by Tampa Bay will be taken.
So close to a win, folks. Who's excited?
Ooh.
Boy. I have a pretty huge. Yeah, that's crazy though. Playing against the good old Clayton Tune. Probably 100 to 125 hats. Holy moly!
Ooh. Wow.
Guacamole. Victor, you are not
like
kidding.
30. That's a lot.
I have 3 hats in my closet right now. That definitely. Wow, that's pretty impressive, bro. Love that for you. Everyone's got their things. I mean, my brother and I, we got the record collection going on there. Got about 100 records. So, yeah, we need to see a full breakdown of these hats.
First down run by Young, and that'll do it. So, in the wise words of Steve Gelbs, that'll do it. Let's get to brewing. This game is over. And the Bills proved a 1-2 in the preseason, and the second that clock hits 0, their record shifts back to 0-0.
Yep, 0-0. We march on, look ahead to week 1, Bills against the Ravens. That's going to be a huge one, folks. Sunday Night Football. The Ravens will be coming to town looking to get revenge for that divisional round game. The Bills need to get off on a good foot because the number 1 seed has evidently played a huge role in why the Chiefs and not the Bills or the Ravens have been getting to the Super Bowl each and every year from the AFC. So it is mightily important that we don't lose silly games like this, especially early on the season. These can hurt. They can absolutely hurt. But
Absolutely.
we are
And that is going to be the end of the stream. Thank you guys for joining. Jaden will end this one now. So Don, you could join with me, the 7-mile stare, as we stare into the camera until the stream ends.
Yeah, but folks, thank you so much for watching. I was Don. This is Cal. Hopefully I don't get cut off while doing this outro. But folks, thanks for all the donos. Am I gone? Nope, we're still here.
Going.
We're still
going.
We're still going,
Thanks.
Jaden. Yeah, no, we're doing good. Yep, doing great. We're just gonna keep talking. Yeah, thanks guys, great job. Yeah, thank you, Sawyer, Victor, Smooth Gaming, Real Deal, Elijah. No, nothing. Oh, and I think we're about to leave. Nope, that was just my thing freezing. Okay.
Shout out Elijah as always.
Shout out Elijah. But